Well, I was fading in and out today, so I stayed up all night with the sick cat. What's that?
Yeah, was it your dog or?
No, our cat, for some reason, has a penchant for swallowing big plastic things, and it obstructed his bowel. So it's he's gonna have to have surgery. I have to, but if he'll survive the surgery, it'll be tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So he ate something?
Yeah, he ate. I'm gonna guess like it looked like I mean, at least on the X-ray, it looks like a big, like that inner tube, like that. Like you have a tire. What do you call that? The where you put the little cap on the tire.
Oh yeah, the valve cap.
Oh, the stem cap.
Valve cap, yeah. That's what it looks like in the that's what it looks like in the X-ray. But it's super frustrating, as you can imagine. Not cheap.
Yeah. Time for a new cat.
Might be. Well, we'll find out tomorrow.
Hey, there's Mike too. How's it going, bud?
I'm here.
All right. Everything all right?
As far as you know.
All right. Good to hear. All right. So now that everybody's here, let's go ahead and get started. Last time we played, which was a couple of weeks ago, you guys were essentially teleported to the island of Colyphyr, which is an island in the Midnight Isles, but it's the island that has, according to Nocticula, it's the island that houses the huge nyahydrian mine that Hepzimira and her crew have been mining for nyahydrian crystals. Now, as it turned out with your discussion with Nocticula, she already was pretty much aware that this was the case, but had not really done anything about it because she doesn't get a hand in the world wound or stuff like that. She's not part of that. But at the same time, she sees an opportunity. You guys are here to sort of wreck that whole operation. And she's willing to support you in that regard. So she's like, hey, I'll, go ahead and take it out. I'll give you my blessing to go ahead and wipe these guys out. And in the meantime, you'll have my blessing. We'll be allies of a sort. Yep. Was that Jennifer?
No, that was Amy yelling at the kids, and Mike went on mute.
Oh, okay.
I didn't quite mute fast enough.
Oh, sorry.
We all sound the same. Alice wives.
We all sound the way.
All those wives yelling at kids sound the same.
It's pretty much all the same.
Kids, yeah, sure, that's what she meant.
So so Nocticula made it available to you guys to transport to the island of Colyphyr, and you, with the assumption that you guys wouldn't necessarily go directly to the mine, which would probably be trouble, but instead using stealth or however you wanted to do it, she teleported you to the beginning of a river that goes through Colyphyr that leads to the mine, allowing you to sort of move through the island stealthily and not immediately alert the entire island to your presence the moment you arrive, which would probably be best. So you guys got to the mouth of this river and immediately found yourselves under attack by this guy here, this creature here, who has the ability to throw his tentacles through, like sort of dimension door his tentacles over, and tried to grab you off of this platform that you guys were on. You guys flew over, dimension doored over to him, fought him, and then you found this creature over here, sort of chained to this big black obelisks that radiate magic and was covered with runes. And
we made one of our best decisions ever, guys.
Well, and so I believe it was to, I forget who it said it to, but it said to somebody, release me.
Fletcher.
I think it was Fletcher, yeah.
He said it to Fletcher because Fletcher yelled out, Gato, he wants to be freed.
I did not mention your name at all.
You said Gato, he wants to be freed.
I just said, hey, something wants to be free here.
Hey, Les, can we go to the tape on this one?
Yeah, let's go to the tape.
Yeah.
So Fletcher then basically, or did Gato, did you?
Gato let him go.
Gato released him. Because Fletcher told me to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
Technically, last time we played, Dan did correct me. Fletcher didn't tell him to, but he did say, Gato, he wants to be free.
So Gato's using the SS defense.
Yep. I was just following orders.
Didn't go good for those guys, by the way.
I know.
But once released, the creature sort of pulled from hiding an enormous greatsword and immediately began attacking. And it was at that point you guys were fighting the creature, and which is
We did 1 round of combat, and that was it.
yeah, 1 round of combat, and that was it. And I seem to have lost its
It's initiative.
it's initiative. Yeah. So where is it? Where did I rolled?
I'm pretty sure because it was stunned and yeah, we had like 3 rounds on it. I'm pretty sure.
37. Is that correct? That sounds right.
Yes.
Just go ahead and slide that in there.
Unless we went up a level, do we start fresh hit points, or do you want to keep the damage that we had?
You mean from last time?
Yeah, we went up, and you said that we should level up for the start of this time, but usually when you level up, your hit points change.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, do you want to have like, should we still carry our damage is what I'm asking. If, you know.
Carry the damage from this specific battle, but add your new hit points to the total. So like if you had 70 hit points and then you leveled up and you went to 77, but you took 10 points of damage, instead of at 60, you would be at 67.
Right, that's what I did. That's what I figured. But I thought I'd
Okay, cool.
I just doubled mine. Is that close enough?
I assume you're cheating more or less all the time. So, all right. Any questions? So what I have is you got prayer going, haste going on certain people. You know who you are. We're going into round 2. There's about 3 more rounds of prayer and haste to go. Any other questions or comments?
Oh. Anybody else have a hard time getting Roll20 to come up off the link?
I did
I
not.
think our internet connection is a little slow, Jennifer. I'm having some lag
Okay.
on vocals with everybody.
Okay. I'll just keep trying.
Try turning your video off. That might help speed things up.
No, that's not his initiative.
Do we have initiative? Yeah, we do. Okay.
We do, but that's not
What's his plus? Because that's a plus 25 for that.
Yeah, that's not it. That was an attack. So I don't know that I actually rolled initiative because it's plus 8. And I don't see it anywhere. And it's not here either. It's not in my historical rolls. I don't think I rolled for initiative. Well, I probably better do that.
So all of his previous attacks are nullified since he wasn't an initiative, right?
Yeah.
No, they're doubled. It's a weird rule.
It's a weird but obscure.
It's an obscure rule. It's an old code, but it checks out.
Yeah. I was just about to let him through.
All right, so I got him in a proper position in the initiative area. First up, Gato.
I tell Illendar, this isn't my fault. Fletcher told me to read.
You're gonna take a whole round to do that, or to make your case, or
Whole round of finger pointing.
I am not doing anything else this round.
It's probably going to take a full round for Illendar to complete the eye
Full
roll.
round for whining.
I know I'm going to get blamed for this, but it's not my fault.
Yes, apparently whining is a full round action.
I'm done.
put a little wine into it. Come on, you can do it. Okay. So what are you going to do?
That was it.
Other than just the whining?
Just the whining.
That was for you, Jennifer.
Got it.
Okay, so
wait, is Gato hasted?
I am not.
He's
Oh,
one of the few that isn't, I think.
I was
I was just
outside the sphere for haste.
I was just gonna say you could whine twice.
If it's a full wine action, yeah.
If it's full line.
Yeah.
If
You
you
get-
get anything else, you'll still only get one.
You get an extra wine under haste. It just comes out really fast. Okay, well, if you don't want to do anything else, Bardos, you are up. Are you guys here? Am I feeding back to some people?
Yeah, I think you're echoing through.
Kind
your
of
head.
it, yeah.
Somebody's echoing. Yeah, you're echoing from somebody a little bit.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's not me, because let me know if it gets better when I do this thing. It's like I'm using 2 devices, so sometimes does it.
Oh
One
my
second.
God, Matt.
I know. I was like half asleep, so try now.
How about, you guys hear me echoing back now? No, I think
I
that was
do
it.
not.
No echo.
Yep. I think that was it, Matt.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll fix it on my end. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Okay, cool. All right, so Bartos, is this what you're going to cast? Okay.
I gotta read about it because it's been 2 weeks and I have no idea why I wanted to cast that at the moment. I gotta refresh my memory.
That might be a Lothar call.
Sorry, what?
I remember the spell frees victims from enchantments, transmutations, and curses. For each such effect, you make a caster. So
You
basically,
wanted to cast that on Fletcher.
well, no, it's an area effect. One creature per level within 30 feet of each other,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to cast it on the angel, and I'm going to cast it on Fletcher.
What's the range?
It's
Do you have to get
close.
closer?
25 feet plus 5, so I'm at. I think I'm probably close enough. Let me look here.
5 for 2 levels. What level are you now?
Yeah, I was going to say, Sonny.
I'm 12.
So it's 55 feet.
55. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move forward a little bit.
You have to get to about.
Yeah, about here, maybe.
You have to get to about here.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, I will move then. I don't think it's a full round action to cast. Nope. Oh, yeah, it is. It's 1. Oh, it's 1 minute to cast. Oh, crap.
1 minute?
I
Yeah,
didn't
1
know
minute.
that.
I don't
So
think
that
this
is
combat's
6
lasting.
rounds.
They might both be dead by then.
That sucks. And haste doesn't really change.
No.
And I've got an extend spell, but I don't have a quicken spell. That's a drag.
Cheating is a free action.
Hey,
That's in this case, it's only a round to cast the spell.
no.
We're pretty sure.
You asked it so
It's a free
calmly.
action, so I gotta try it.
Okay, so when you
All
cheat,
right, well,
so when you're implementing the cheating as a free action, just be a little more confident next time.
Yeah.
When you say it as a question, that really doesn't help your case much. And move on
Everyone
quick.
just delay for 9 rounds.
I'm gonna have to come.
Including
learn
the
from
angel.
master, Mike. You got some time at your house? I can spend an hour or 2 with you. I can learn from the master. And
Oh, it won't take
All
that
right,
long.
well-
Not that good.
Les, I think I'm still gonna do that. Just, I wanted to try to save this angel and see if I could actually save it from whatever the hell happened to it. But
Okay.
at the very least, I want to hit this on Fletcher right now because I know there's something jacked up with him. And from what Eleanor has said, this might help him.
Okay. So you're going to start casting Break Enchantment?
Right. Yep.
Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and
That's
add
going to keep me busy for 6 rounds.
10 rounds.
10 rounds is a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Again, I tried. It didn't work. Sorry.
Do you know how to?
I'm proud of you. That was a lot more confident.
That was
You
good.
tasted, right?
I'm a fast learner, Mike.
I got it.
Okay. All right. There we go. Break Enchantment. Got it in there. All good. Bartos is out of commission. Lothar, what about you?
So how big is this obelisk, and can I see this thing around it, or do I have to move to get
No,
in?
you don't. You have to move around to sight it. The obelisk itself is probably 15 to 18 feet tall, and you get the impression that there's a lot more of it buried under that sand. It just gives the impression that it's a little bit like a Easter Island statue kind of thing.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And now I can see Fletcher and Flashheart and the angel looking thing.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try this. Don't know how well it's going to work. I'm going to cast Chains of Light.
Okay.
So
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Chains
these
of light.
lights that are chained together.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
so basically it's a chain made out of pure light,
Okay.
and it holds the target immobile. I'm looking up the spell now. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I got it here. So creature targeted
Okay.
by this spell is held immobile by glowing golden chains composed of pure light. Creature is paralyzed, held in place, but may attempt a new saving throw each round to end the effect. While held, it cannot use any sort of extra-dimensional travel, such as astral projection, blink, dimension door, or wow. This is a heck of a spell, dude.
yes, sir.
Etherealness gate. Okay, and reflex negates.
Yes.
No spell resistance.
None.
That's all right. So, okay. So my reflex save is 14. What is the DC?
20.
Ooh, natural 20.
Yeah, so that didn't work.
The chains wrap around him and he just goes whoosh, and breaks them away with the flex of his metallic looking wings. All right, Fletcher.
So as a free action, I say, do we want to kill this thing? Do you want me to kill this thing? I think I can kill this thing.
I'm pretty sure I can kill this thing.
You've hit it a couple of times. Flashheart too.
So
Well, I think that's really that's a flash heart question.
that's a flash art question.
Well, is it evil? Is it? I was just trying to immobilize it so we could figure out all the answers to those questions before we either destroyed it or whatever. So
Yeah, until you immobilize it, I'm going to put a hurt on it because it's going to kill all of us otherwise.
Okay, well, I'm going to try one of my new toys then, and we're going to see if this works.
All right.
Les, I'm enacting dazing assaults.
Okay.
For right now, all you need to know is I'm taking a -5 on all my to hit rolls.
Okay.
But they're still pretty damn good because I have flanking. I have haste.
How do you have flanking? Oh, with Flashheart. Okay, never mind.
with flash heart.
Or flash art.
Yep. No, I get it.
So it's still a pretty high to hit. So I figure this is a good chance to try this. And I get an extra attack because of haste. So attack 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
And that's at a -5. Yeah.
Damn.
So we'll do the damage first.
Good Lord. That's amazing.
Hold on, I'm looking up something here.
That's a pissed off sword.
Wow.
It's furious. I should point out, level 12 was a pretty good level for Fletcher. Everything went up.
Thank you.
44 points of damage. How much of that? Oh god, it's okay.
Nothing's holy.
Okay.
It's all just regular old magic damage.
Regular old damn. Okay, here we go. All right, cool. That's a heck of a strike.
Second is now it needs to make a fortitude saving throw DC 22 for
Okay.
its daze.
All right, I'm checking to see. Would this be a mind affecting thing?
It's a condition. Basically, I'm whacking it so hard that it dazes it.
You're
It's
slapping the
not
snot out of it. Yeah, I'm looking to see if it has any traits that allow me to ignore that.
that
It's
entirely.
not a magical thing. It's a feat. It's a combat feat.
Yeah, it's a combat feat. It's immune to being stunned. Is Daze a lesser stun?
Daze is lesser stunned. So it probably is immune to it then.
Yeah, I would say it's immune to stunning, sleep
Okay.
effects, paralysis. So yeah, I don't think it can be dazed.
Okie doke.
All right, but you can still hit it.
Because it doesn't have a head and it's made of stone. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wasn't
metal,
gonna be
yeah.
surprised.
Yep.
But I figured I'd try. Okay, attack 2.
41's a miss. No, I'm just kidding. It's a 41. That's a hit.
It's totally not. Oof.
Damn, another one. Okay, so 46.
Attack 3.
How many do you get?
4.
27 is a miss. I can say that confidently.
Okay, and attack 4. Whoa!
Ooh, confirm. Oh, that is a confirmed fumble right off the bat. I love it. Let's go to the chart. Melee fumble.
1 and a 7 all in a row.
Ooh, on the receiving end, the attack deals damage to you instead of the target.
Dun, dun, dun.
Reroll the attack. Reroll the attack with yourself as the target. It is possible to critically hit yourself in this manner, but this attack cannot miss. So reroll it to see if you crit yourself.
Yes, wow.
Hey, Les, could you stop drooling right there?
Yeah.
Sorry, it is it.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm going to dab a little bit here. All right, so what's your armor class? Oh, it's a 19. So you did not crit yourself, but it's definitely a hit. So do damage to
It's gonna be
yourself.
bad enough as it is.
44 points of damage, unless you have some DR.
I have 2 points of DR, so it's 42.
Only 42.
All right. Bang! You guys see him hit this thing really hard, but the last one, he hits the obelisk. The thing dodges out of the way, and his sword comes flying back at him and hits himself in the head. You see him stagger backward, blood pouring down his from a cut on his forehead where he hit himself. And that is Fletcher. Illendar, what are you doing?
That's only going to make him stronger.
Yeah.
Don't shoot him. It just makes him mad.
Yeah. So
You're back over towards the back of the thing. You just saw Bardos kind of step forward with Baru, and now he's doing some sort of spell. You're not sure what that's about. It's probably some sort of spell that's going to destroy the party and hurt all of you. So you should put a stop to it.
probably that's usually what he does. Illindar's probably just going to come up and kind of be cover for Bardos while he casts the spell, because he looks like he's going to be casting for a bit.
Yep.
Storm, I guess, is just going to try and attack this thing.
Okay.
That's what she does.
That's what she do. All right. Ooh, first is a fumble. Roll to confirm. This could be problematic. And it's 20 to confirm, so it is an unconfirmed fumble, but it does put a stop to all the attacks afterward. She tries to bite it.
Bites the metal and it tweaks her teeth or something.
Yeah, maybe it's like when you put aluminum foil in your mouth. It's like, ooh, that's weird.
She does that.
All right, that's it for Storm. Love it when that happens. It's the creature's turn, and it is going to attack. Full attack on Fletcher. First attack, 32.
Yep.
What's your armor class?
Mine?
I just changed, so I gotta look it up. 25, I think, when I'm
Okay.
raging.
When
Yeah,
you're-
25 when I'm raging.
Okay.
25. You're not, but are you raging now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, first attack. Whoosh, max damage, 31 points of damage. That didn't. That's gonna leave a mark. Probably got you right in that same slash where you got yourself a minute ago. Second attack, 35, and another 23 points of damage. Third attack, 21. That's a miss. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, miss on a third attack. So he is dealing some damage to you. Let's see what else he's gonna do. Has he got anything? No, that's it. That's it for him. So, all right, creature is just, I mean, two great sword fighters attacking each other on the sand of the beat of a poison beach. Farina, you and Otto are up. What's up?
Otto is whooped. I'm going to leave him where he's at, and I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, but I cannot move her.
Are you on your roll 20 chart, or are you on the Zoom?
Yeah, no, on late night
Okay.
on the Zoom on the roll 20. I can get
Try
to her
get
stats.
Yeah, this issue last time too, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Hold on.
I
I
can get to
just.
their stats to change their stats. I just can't move them.
All right, hold on.
Hey, Mike, I got a question for you. It's been for evil creatures. It's been plus double, the damage plus the double on the bonus. 1d8 plus 6 is 4d6.
Well,
does that go?
it's if you have not cast Gravity Bow, your arrows do D8 points of damage.
I have cast Gravity Bow already.
Okay, so the arrows do 2d6, and then the holy part gives you another 2d6. So it's
Okay,
each
but
arrow does 4d6.
What's interesting though is that it's coming up as 1d8 plus 3 tonight for some reason, which looks funny.
It looks a lot lower than what it should look. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Well,
kidding.
you know what?
Well, the
It's
holy
probably
never showed up on there.
4d6
It's
plus
not
3 is what each arrow does.
No, it's because the Gravity Bow, I had it in the wrong spot. That's why.
All right, try moving your guy now. I took off your control and then added it back in to see, just sort of reset it.
Can you guys see anything I'm doing? No.
No.
Let me paint something. Let me see if I can paint something. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Do you have a little arrow clicked at the top?
Yeah, I had before and nothing. So weird.
I'm
So I
just
got to
gonna-
reopen that.
Hold on a sec.
I mean, I'm just going to take a 5-foot step back, so maybe you can move me for now, and then I'll
Sure.
reboot it, I guess.
Or just refresh the browser window. That sometimes helps
See,
too.
it's only coming up 2d6 plus 3, so it doesn't look right. Something's not right, and I can't figure it out.
It's because the holy damage isn't on there, which is another 2d6. So when you
So
roll your damage with your
46
arrows,
plus-
it's just 46 plus 3 for each arrow that hits.
For each arrow. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna wing it, and you can move me if you can.
Okay. I moved you due west 5 feet. Is that where you wanted to be?
5. Perfect. That's
Okay.
exactly where I wanted to be.
Cool.
Okay. Sorry about the delay. 1.
33 is a hit. That's a miss. 24 is a miss.
And
27 is a miss.
27. Okay, so that's 2 arrows on the first one because it's many shots.
Yep.
So 4d6 plus 3.
8d6 plus 6.
Yeah, 2 arrows.
Yeah, 2d6. Well, it's coming up as damage is 2d6 plus 3. It just doubles, doesn't it?
No, it's 4d6 plus 3 is what your damage for each arrow is.
Because of the holy. The
So
holy
if
adds
2 arrows
2d6.
hit, it's 8d6 plus
So it
6.
literally just doubles. I don't know why I can't
Kind
figure
of.
this shit. I'm sorry. It's got some.
Are you using that spread? Are you using that Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, TOS. I don't know. It just okay. There's not like a spot conveniently to put that anywhere, and we don't play it enough. And my old brain just refuses to freaking hang on to it. I guess.
Yeah, the holy damage is not an active feat. You gotta remember it. for
Yeah.
limited effects.
That's the trick right there, baby. Okay, 86 plus 3. There we go.
I'll add another 3 to it's 8d6 plus 6.
6.
Yeah,
Your
so
first
I'll add
attack.
another. So
38.
38 points. Okay, those arrows go flying into the creature, and it lets out a squawk. Well, not really. It does. It just kind of makes a sort of a hissing noise because it doesn't have a head. But you get the impression that that holy damage did not like that at all.
Good. That's what we're looking for.
All right. Speaking of holy damage, flash art.
Okay, so I'm going to continue to smite evil. I did want to double check one thing. So besides my normal bonuses, I also have a bonus for +1 for haste and 1 for prayer. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes.
Nothing else. There's nothing else,
Plus
right?
2 for flanking.
+2 for
Oh yeah,
flanking.
you got a
Okay.
flank bonus too. True.
So that's going to put it up to 23 now. All right. So my first attack, I'm going to go full attack here. So I get 3 attacks. First one,
32's a hit.
second
Barely.
one,
Another hit.
third attack.
That's a miss.
Okay. And so it was 1d8. I did my full, I had double for my paladin level, so it's going to be 1d8 plus 20. Okay, 1 second. All right, so first hit. Oh, I didn't even look at my rolls. Did I get a 18 or 19 or no?
No.
No. Okay, no, not even close. Okay. Cool. So 29 points and
20,
26 points.
55 total.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
That
Oh,
hissing.
holy.
That hissing noise grows louder and squeakier as radiance just sears into this thing. This creature is pretty evil and is dealing with that holy damage poorly. It's starting to shrink back. It's backing up against it's sort of got its back up against the obelisk. It's starting to wonder if this may not go as well as it hoped.
Rethink his life choices.
I'm sorry?
Starting to rethink his life choices.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you released him. I think he didn't realize that this was going to become a gang fight all of a sudden. I think he thought that it might.
It didn't have to. He didn't have to fight us to begin with.
He did not attack it. It attacked us.
It's a frog and scorpion kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's that. But yeah. So he is unhappy, but pretty much cornered, and his wings are made of metal, so you're not entirely sure that he can actually fly. He certainly hasn't tried yet. That being the case, we go into round 3, and it is Gato's turn. Gotcha. Okay, is that what you're going to do?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. Bardos, next round on the break enchantment. All right, I will do that. Lothar. Now's your time to finish it off, Lothar. Get in there and mix it up.
Well, it looks like Fletcher is relatively hurt, correct?
He is
Very
very
good.
So is
Okay.
the kitty.
So as a swift action, what's that?
Oh, never mind. Fletcher's right. Never mind. The cat can wait.
Oh, well, I'm afraid the cat's not close enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as a swift action, I'm going to burst
Okay.
and exclude the metal thing.
Okay.
Ooh, I get hit
So-
points.
27. Yeah, you do. 27 points. So anybody who's injured and within 30 feet of Lothar gets some points. The only people excluded are Bardos, Ilindar, and Otto.
Then I'm going to take a 5-foot step north,
Mhm.
and I'm going to tap Farina on the shoulder and give her touch of good.
Touch of good. What does that do?
It gives her a +6 sacred bonus on attack, skill checks, ability checks, and saving throws for 1 round.
Jesus.
Nice.
+6.
Yeah, it's half my cleric level.
That's awesome. Thank
It's
you.
amazing.
Wait.
I feel so
That's
good.
So now, if you'd like to
No,
fill
no,
that
no,
thing
no,
with
no, no, no.
arrows, there's
I
an
feel
additional
good.
there's an additional chance for it.
So there's a bonus for making deals with good aligned creatures too.
Now there's nothing to shoot. Now we need more to shoot.
It might not last long.
Gatto's
because-
around here invisible somewhere doing
Hey.
secretive crap with the DM again. I'll purge invisibility, you fire.
Plan. How long did you say that lasted?
It's just 1 round.
Okay, well, that round may be more than you need because it's Fletcher's turn. Let's see some more fumbles. That was fun last time.
I'm obviously not doing dazing assaults anymore.
Okay.
And instead, there.
All right, that's a hit.
Might do it.
That might do it. 44. All right, he had 17 hit points damage. So you bury your sword into the creature's metallic chest, and you can hear it blade scraping as it passes through. And you rip it out, and you see some like red orange kind of fluid coming out from the rent. So the slashes that you made slashes, and the creature seems to be made out of some sort of metal. So the slashes you made are just like, it was like hitting a piece of metal, right? It's like hitting the Terminator. It was just silver on the inside. But this one, you pretty much went all the way through, and you pull your sword out, and it starts to leak a little bit of this orangish kind of goo, and then all of a sudden it does something called gout of blood. Whenever this creature is killed, the impact of the final blow causes a spray of superheated sulfurous blood to fly off the creature at anyone within 10 feet, which is the red circle I've made there.
Yeah.
Anyone in the area of effect must succeed at a DC 24 reflex save or take 1d6 of fire damage from the splatter. So that's everybody. So DC 24 on the reflex. It's everybody. Yeah, it hits Lothar and Farina too. You might get some on
That
you.
10
So.
feet is like, is
Does,
like 30
does the
feet
ha-
across.
does the
Yeah,
haste add to reflex?
Nope.
No.
A reflex is a skill
Yeah, it
check,
does.
right? I can use that +6.
Yeah, it should.
Correct.
Yeah, haste adds 1 to reflex.
Reflex is not a skill check necessarily.
So I can't
Reflex
use
is not a
my-
skill check.
Oh.
But it feels so good.
Touch of good also goes to ability checks.
Nice.
So Gato, if you'll stop trying to work against the party and be silent. Thank you.
It says in haste, a hasted creature gains +1 bonus on attack rolls, dodge bonus to AC, and reflex saves.
See,
Damn it. All right.
And according to this, I'm 15 feet away from this thing.
Advice from our attorney. We'd like to re-roll those.
It's a 10-foot radius, and it's a big creature. So I just put a radius on there.
Well, I failed.
Let me make
mine,
sure I didn't
so-
do it wrong. No, I got a
I-
10-foot. So
Okay,
yeah,
I
it's in
rolled a
there.
freaking-
I was like, this is 30 feet across, so.
I rolled a freaking 1.
Okay. Is there Storm?
Working on it.
What was the number we had to hit?
24.
24.
I made it thanks to you, Lothar.
Ooh, Storm rolls a 1 too. So it's not that bad. Those of you who missed your saves take 2 points of fire damage as the blood spatter, this boiling ass blood gets on you and burns you a little bit.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Yeah.
ouch.
Ooh, ow, ooh. After the boiling water from the platform and the exploding blood, it was just a sort of thing. So you
So
guys,
it's kind of like taking the radiator cap off when your car has overheated and
exactly.
you don't dodge out of the way quick enough. You're
That's
not dead, but there's some stingy bits.
Yeah, you might get a blister. All right, so the creature is dead. You drop out of initiative at this time, but Bardos continues with his spell. And at the end of it, Bardos, you reach. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me do this first. So Bardos, you take another 40 seconds or something as you're sort of doing this, and your spell comes to completion. What do you do?
I'm going to try to break whatever the hell is going on with Fletcher. I'm going to try to get rid of it.
All right, so you're going to cast this on Fletcher.
Yes.
Okay.
So this acts as a dispel magic.
It acts as a dispel magic. Now, Fletcher, you can make a. Is there a save associated with this?
No.
It's a D20 plus caster level against a DC of 11 plus caster level of the effect.
Okay, of
But
the
it's my roll.
effect.
Fletcher doesn't roll, I roll.
Right.
Right, I got to check what the effect, the DC of the effect. So, okay, you go ahead and roll
And
yours.
you get to max out your nanites, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my nanites on this one less to make sure that I
A
get
nanite max, I like it. So what physically happens to you when you max your nanites? Your eyes glow blue and all kinds of crazy. The veins pop out.
It says to the that I basically light up like a torch, and blue colors. All the veins that permeate kind of flash light out.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's why I feel like I drink Red Bull.
He goes super cyan.
Lester, did you say there was damage? I didn't hear if you did.
2 points of damage from the blood. Yeah.
2?
2 points. Yeah. Sorry.
200. Okay. I got 2. I can take 2.
All right. So.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh God.
now I gotta look.
That still might be good enough.
Did he explode?
11 plus caster level of effect. So if it's higher than 17th level caster, then I feel
Right.
It is not higher than 17th level caster. So yeah, so you even with a 1, you beat it. So Fletcher, you feel this sort of like sense of calmness come over you, and you're just like, it's like the first time you're able to sort of like take a deep breath. You're standing over to the body of the creature you just killed, and you feel no malice toward it. The rage just sort of bleeds away from you, and you just feel healthier, better. The disease that you had is now gone.
Woohoo!
Am I allowed to say anything, even meta a little bit?
Sure, no, go ahead.
You guys got really lucky. I've had this for a while, and it should have gotten very ugly. You guys got really lucky. I was scared to death that what was going to happen if this went.
I spent hours in conversation with a deity. Let's call it luck.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Thank you. I wasn't aware that you had gone to a deity. I just knew as a player, I did not want to kill you all, but it might have ended that way.
So at the time, so this disease has 4 stages: early, moderate, severe, and terminal. And we were sort of slipping into severe. Now he's had it for a while in real time, but in the game time, it's only been about a week and a half. But so in the severe stage of this disease, the affected creature is constantly staggered. Additionally, the berserker rage caused by the disease clouds the mind of the affected creature, which is constantly compelled to attack the nearest creature. The affected creature can attempt a will save at the disease DC as a free action to suppress the effect for 1 minute, but if he fails, he can't try again for an hour. And even if he succeeds, he must continue to attempt a save whenever it takes damage to avoid flying back into the berserk state. So that was the next stage that he was moving into.
Well, in the stage I was in, if I took damage, I would still attack the person next to me rather than who attacked me, but it was only piercing and slashing. Right. I did take damage in the living house. Luckily, it was bludgeoning.
Yep.
If that
Les?
is piercing damage, I would have attacked Flash Art right next to me and most likely killed him in one round.
Hey, Les.
Yeah.
After Fletcher's better, Fletcher's going to take him aside and just discuss the benefits of abstinence with him, and the dangers of consorting with succubi in the abyss and whatnot. The kind of the big brother talk.
Ilandar's like,
Right?
not really my business. I don't know what you guys
Sense
are talking
of
about.
guilt on Ilandar's face.
Let's talk about the demon birds and bees.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step and do a cure crit on Fletcher, so he gets 26.
Okay.
I put it in. I'm still down about 37, but thank you.
Yeah. No, I see health bars at half, and that makes me nervous.
So whatever that creature was, you suspect that it was. I mean, it shows all the physical hallmarks of a creature like a Solar. It looks a little bit like the creature from the banner back in Dresden, and it's Citadel Dresden, and so you're like, this is weird, but being metallicized and having no head seems to be indicative of some transformation that has occurred to this guy. Either way, he's got a big hole through him, a greatsword sized hole through his torso, and is now on the ground with that red orange blood bubbling out onto the side. And as it comes out of him, it's actually pitting and tarnishing the metal as it kind of like rolls into the sand. And we drop out of initiative at this point.
And I need my bird.
Where's the Sigster? Oh, there he is.
Hey, Dan, what's Fletcher's CMD?
There you go.
CMD is 35 while raging.
Okay.
32 when not raging.
So this guy had a big sword with him, right?
Mm-hmm. It's laying there on the ground.
Does anyone want to look at it?
Is it magical?
It does radiate magic.
I detect evil on it.
It radiates, well, not so much evil as its presence is profane. So I guess kind of evil, yeah. It's to your eyes, Flash Art. It's not evil in the traditional sense. It's evil in the sense of that it shouldn't be here, kind of thing. Like it's a transgression against the natural order of things, which is tough to do in the abyss. Wherever this creature is from, it wasn't from here.
That 36 points is for Otto.
Thank you. Yeah.
What you got here, boys, is a profane weapon.
Yeah, essentially, it's not like an unholy weapon. Even it's alien and you don't. I mean, you could try and wield it if you wanted to. It's a great sword, but it's made.
When you say it's a profane weapon, I just think it's a talking weapon that swears constantly.
Motherfucker.
After you say you can try to wield it if you want to, Lothar's going to cast a very stern look at Gato.
What'd I do?
Lothar, was it 26?
We all know what you did.
It was 36.
Thank you.
Siggy went over and landed on Otto's head, flapped his wings, and
is this something we want to put in our? No, I'm
36
sorry.
points back.
Otto licks Ziggy.
Is this something we want to take with us and break down for points later? As Bardos does for
That's
making
an
new magic
excellent
items.
idea.
Yeah. Effectively, it's a +3 greatsword.
Wow.
But to wield it, I mean, those of you, I mean, Lothar and Flash Art, you're looking at this thing and you're like, there is something very, very wrong with that weapon, and to wield it could call into question. I mean, even thinking about wielding it, your totems go off. Those little tokens that you.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about wielding it. I was thinking about making sure Gato doesn't touch it.
As you say that, you turn around and look, and Gato's already got it.
Yes, Gato.
I didn't touch it. I have not touched it. I'm the one who brought it up out loud. Hey, what about this sword?
Yes, Gato, look at the mark on your neck. And then ask me why
Not
I don't
on my
trust
neck.
you.
It's right here.
It's on his face.
Then ask me why I don't trust you with your little face tattoo.
Nocticula says it's okay.
Yeah.
The demon lord of this plane says it's okay.
Oh, well, must be good.
You mean mistress?
Hey, Les, sometimes
Hey, lady.
you do where we kind of go around and do what we got this level.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, so
If we're not going to do that, I need to tell everybody something anyway. But if we are, then I'll tell them when we get to that point.
no, I'd like to do that. We were sort of in combat straight away, so we finished that up. But yeah, I think that'd be great. Let's take a minute and talk about what level 12 looks like for you guys, if that's cool. Mike, let's start with you.
Lazy.
Show them what they've won, Bob.
Sorry, yeah, show us what we want. Yeah.
What'd you say, Jennifer?
No, go.
So this level was completely useless for Ilindar with one exception.
This is a good idea to talk about it then.
Right, exactly. You guys have noticed that Storm is more motherly towards everyone, especially the bigger she gets. She kind of thinks of everyone as her kids that she protects.
Ilindar, what did you do?
Why
So
does she keep slapping me then?
yeah, well, you're the unruly kid that never knows what to behave
And needs a spanking
and needs a spanking like
from
all
a
the
dragon.
Yeah, you think you're a dragon brood,
But the benefit of that is anyone within 10 feet of her, like during combat, she gives a +2 to saves and a +2 to AC as long as she's conscious, not bound, or anything like that.
What? What is that? That is
Basically,
not.
It's greater shield ally, and so she uses distractions. Like you might see her wing flip out and like go between a hit and someone getting hit or something like that. But she's
So we basically all move in a circle around her and then separate and
Yep.
let her out.
We fight in a battle circle of 10 feet around the dragon.
Can we put a circle around her so we don't forget?
okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
I think it's a great idea, like a zone of truth sort of thing.
There you go.
There
See the
we
dark
go.
circle? Okay.
Yep. So
That means we
yeah,
can all
if you're in
trap
that
one
range,
instead of just the dragon.
yeah. If there you go. Say it again. No. If you're in that range, like I said, just by distraction or whatever else, it gives everyone +2 to saves and +2 to AC.
Wow, that is
And that's
huge.
double for me if I'm there.
That is really cool.
Yeah, like you're ever near combat.
Exactly. I laughed out loud when I read that one. I'm like, that's funny.
I think we're like still 4 slaps behind. Come on, dude.
Shut up.
Okay, like I said, the rest of the level was kind of useless for actual Ilindar.
There we go.
So, but that was a cool thing.
Yeah, that
is very cool. And so Ilindar himself, did Storm get any bigger physically?
That's next level.
Okay.
I mean, it might happen. I don't know. I don't give anything away.
Okay, very cool. And so Ilindar just and nothing.
Ilindar,
of
the only thing I
interest?
got is one additional 3rd level spell I can cast, and that's it. And some hit points.
One additional 3rd level spell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some summoners, since all their power is tied up in the Eidolon, they're kind of gimped in their spell casting.
Yeah.
And so
Gotcha.
they only go up to 6th level spells, and they don't get very many of them.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
All right.
isn't Storm enough though?
Heck yeah. Storm's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm has really sort of. I gotta try and figure out a way to kill that. Storm.
You can't back the next day.
I know it's like. All right. How about you, Jennifer? What it was on tap for Farina at 12th level?
Oh, it's so embarrassing, you guys. I'm sorry. I just have a million excuses. I have spells to pick. I have feats to pick. I need like a personal character builder is what I need. I need to hire a personal character builder.
Is there a personal assistant for playing Pathfinder?
Yes,
Yeah.
I completely.
Well, I guess
do.
that's what I am. I guess. Sorry, guys, I've fallen down this.
What the hell are you doing, Gordon?
Gordon's talking,
Yeah.
dude.
I
No
could use one of
bonus
those
for
too.
you.
It's hard to
No
find
bonus.
good D&D help these days.
Yeah,
No
when it
bonus
comes
for
to
you.
feats, I need that too.
So anyway, I absolutely promise, I will have a dazzling display of new feats and stuff to share with you next time we are
Okay.
together.
Awesome, Gordon. How about you? I mean, we know you had time, so
It's a pretty low key level. I mean, I added I think a point of dexterity, get my AC up, which is a weakness, although it doesn't really affect me a whole lot.
Gotcha.
I took the 2 spells I took this time are telepathic bond, so now I can take up to 4 people and link them where they can.
Okay.
So rather than message where one person can send, little things, telepathic bond completely connects up to 4 people at a time.
Very cool.
So I'm planning on doing that with the warriors of the party so they can coordinate and attack together. And then I took
Alright.
True Seeing also, which is just a nice
Always handy, always a good choice. Yep, absolutely. Very cool. Any new feats or anything like that? Or 12 really isn't a feat level, is it very much?
It's
12
for
is not
me.
a feat level.
I get a teamwork.
It's an ability score level.
Right.
And you took
Uh-huh.
Dax, Gordon, did you say?
Yeah, I did. To try
Very
to,
cool.
to get my AC up a little bit.
Well, Fletcher, how about you? Dan, how about Fletcher? So now that you're disease free, what did you get at 12th level? It sounds like you got a lot.
Yeah, he has a lot of scalable abilities that go up every 4 levels, and so I think there's 4 of them.
Okay.
So they all just went up 1. The one I want to make sure you guys know about is he has a natural armor enhancement that is now up to +4. So I wouldn't cast any natural armor bonuses on him. He won't get much benefit from him because you max out at 5. So
Yeah.
you can only go up 1 point.
Who would benefit from dexterity bonuses out of all you?
Dex
So-
bonuses or enchantments or anything else.
Me, Fletcher, I
I
just
can
always
never
bring up the rear in dexterity, but it's not my benefit. It's not my core need. I just
So-
move slow.
Fletcher, and then if I ever find you, I might consider you.
And if you're not
can never
skulking off
find you.
invisible somewhere,
Yeah,
He's
I'd
hiding
love to help you out, man.
If-
But you're
If I'm invisible, I don't need the dex.
Storm would benefit, but it just ups her
Well,
AC
you
to
do.
1, which would make less hate her even more. So
I don't think that's
I
possible.
don't know if that's worth it.
Oh, well, now it's really worth it.
Now it's so worth it.
yeah, now I'm gonna have to start memorizing the spell to increase dex by 4.
It's really, really, I hate you guys. When you
Yeah,
Um,
increased dex for me doesn't help my armor class because I'm already maxed out on it with my armor.
Oh, that's right.
My armor penalty keeps me from using
Yeah.
It's Fletcher.
Don?
more dex.
Okay.
Where do I find ability score like modifiers where I would need to see if I went up in ability score? I forgot.
Level 12, you just do.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Everybody.
Level
It's
12,
not-
you get to pick one that you
And-
add +1 to.
Sure. I'm
At
dead.
4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, and 20th, you increase 1 stat 1 point.
Right.
Thank
And
you.
that's regardless of your class. Every character does.
yeah,
Right.
everybody does
Thank
that.
you.
Character advancement. So you should have 3.
For
Yeah,
Fletcher,
you've
real
done that
quick,
3 times
is
now.
you got to see his new special toy. The thought is that maybe his armor class doesn't matter if he can daze every opponent he fights against. That just lasts for a round and means they can't do anything on their turn.
Yep. So dazed as a
Lesser form of
condition.
stun. Yeah.
Yeah, lesser form of stun.
It's like
but,
stun, but it doesn't do anything defensively. They aren't flat-footed and they get their dex bonus to AC. That's the only
Right.
difference.
right. They still get their dex bonus. No penalty to AC and lasts around. But yeah, other than that, they're unable to act normally, can take no actions. So if Fletcher rolls over, then clouts them in the side of the head, they're just like, ow, that hurt. And they can't do anything else.
And most things don't live a full round through Fletcher.
Right. That's a good point. So any other massive game breaking bonuses that you got? Sure,
No,
there's a
like I
couple
said, my other things all spiraled up a bit, which is why you saw the damage get a little nastier. But,
Yeah, it did. Okay. All right. What about you, Fletcher? Or Gato, I'm sorry. Don?
Gato, you really won't notice too much. I'm a little smarter. I went 1 up in intelligence.
That's helpful. That's
you guys
really
won't
helpful.
believe it, and yeah.
Yay!
It's not
Those-
really
Yeah.
Those long rest trivial pursuit games are going to get a lot harder.
I can spot traps just slightly easier. And my sneak attack, I now do 5d6 plus 5 bleed.
That's pretty solid.
So that was the biggest thing, is another die, another point of bleed.
What about the unholy pact you have going now?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them about that chaotic evil.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The unholy pact.
That wasn't an increase at 12. That was right before.
That
Still
happened.
at 11.
Yeah. All right. Chuck, what about you?
12's not a huge level for clerics, although I do get an additional 5th and 6th level spell per day,
Sweet.
which, I mean, that's nice. But other than that, it was skill points, hit points, and I did take another point in charisma. So when I get, 16th level, I'll actually have a full +1 in charisma, so that the healing,
Okay.
the burst that I use that allows people to save some of it for saving throws and stuff.
Mhm.
It'll be another round that stays active.
Very cool. And last, certainly but not least, Flashheart. What happened to Flashheart at 12th?
Well, I have to figure out his feats, but he gets more skill points, and his BAB jumps up.
Nice.
So you can hit a little better, and then he added a little more to his charisma, so he is the life of the party. He's able to,
More charisma? How can one body hold that much? What is your charisma score now?
Now, after this long travel together, you've heard all his stories, but they just seem even better than they did before. You're like, come on, tell that story again. I love the story. I love this guy. So
Tell us the story of the 5 times in one night again.
Yeah, exactly. We were on a demon break. And my cantrip that blows my hair around seems like it's gotten a little bit like maybe a +2 to that cantrip now. So it has a luxurious silky sheen as it flows from each side of my molded hair.
Nice.
So what is your charisma now?
Yeah, what is your charisma score now?
21.
21 charisma. That's bad.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Match mine.
Yeah. And that's that way when I put the smite evil whammy on somebody, they're gonna feel it.
They are gonna feel it. All right, this is cool. Yeah. So 12, interesting level. Fletcher seems to really have taken it to the max, but sounds like a lot of you have done pretty well, spells and stuff like that. So we get back. So you're standing around. We've fought out a battle here, and you're standing around on this sort of crappy beach in the middle of this, where the river meets this ocean, in which this abyssal ocean, and you finally get a moment to sort of turn around and take a sec, and you are looking essentially at this river. You're pretty sure it doesn't even have a name. But it does. It is the water is not great, and it does seem to have a weird smell to it. It's not like an ammonia smell. It's more like sulfurous, a little eggy kind of smell. But yeah, but you have defeated the thing. So what is your next move? I mean, so from Nocticula's sort of information, basically, this river leads inland, and you can follow it upriver to get it, and it essentially starts at the mine or comes very close to the mine. So you could take this river upriver. The problem is how. The water of an abyssal river on an island dedicated to the name of Colyphyr, who, as a demon lord, one of his many titles was. Hold on, let me see it. I had it just here.
The poisoner, the death,
the Lord of Poison Waters. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to have a quick drink and see if there's trouble here, or.
Well, we knew that the waterfall was hurting people.
Well, that was because it was boiling.
Yeah,
because it was evil.
Boiling water.
You guys, if you guys can go on without Flashheart tonight, he really needs to take a nap. I hope I only got an hour of sleep or so in the last 36. So I'm hoping that you can adventure along without him, and I'm gonna hit the hay. But if you get into real trouble, have Les call me, and I'll wake up and make a roll.
Les call me.
Okay.
Les has a buzzer attached to your hand that'll wake you up.
Exactly. Like I'll see the bat signal in the sky.
Well, it's not a D&D related buzzer, but it's just a regular buzzer. But we could use it for this. It's okay.
Yeah, we usually use it for adult pleasure, but. No, but I do need to. I know I'm babbling, so I need to go to sleep. So I will see you all next week.
Okay, buddy, get some rest.
All right, adios, all. Bye.
See you,
Matt.
This is what happens when your cat swallows a valve cap. You don't get to sleep. No, I know how it feels because I had to take Jonas to the emergency room. Sorry, Chuck. What were you gonna say?
I say, well, now we get to test the salinity of the water by throwing the paladin in it.
It's like throwing an Alka-Seltzer in water is what happens.
Just a lot of holy bubbling.
A lot of bubbles, and then he disappears.
All right, so the bigger map that we had, I mean, we can see we've got this little beach thing where we dealt with this.
Mm-hmm.
We came in at this stone area, but there we go. So we're like way over here, right? Or
Yep.
we here?
We are, hold on a second. You guys are right here.
Where do we want to get?
Right. And we need to get over here, which is where the mines are.
Correct. That
So if-
that river ends up very close to the mines.
But
Do
at
we
this
have
point,
to follow the river, or can we take the dirt if we wanted to? Just a question.
It was recommended.
We do not have to follow the river, but we really don't.
You could go overland, but the jungle is thick. It's full of creatures. I mean, it would be difficult. The river is probably the easiest way, but that's not to say that it's easy. You know what I mean?
From a hunter's perspective, the woods attract her, so that's why she asked. But I'm cool with whatever the group wants to do.
well, at this point, we have some ability to fly because we have storm.
True. There's also a lot of rocks and stuff overhead, though.
So
I'm sorry, what?
How tall is the canopy?
Rocks.
Oh,
Rocks.
rocks. Okay,
We're
I
not
got you.
supposed to fly. We're supposed to stay low to the ground.
Well, I mean, you could, but you could draw attention. I mean, the whole idea was to be able to sneak up on the mine rather than
So we kind of need a boat.
come in like Air Cav. Well, she told you there's a boat. She said there's a boat in this green square. It's just that if you look at the
Two of them. I'm confused.
you guys are at the okay. Let
There's
me do
two
this.
green squares now.
Yeah, I know. I like green squares. Hold on a second. All
We're
right.
at the one on the far right.
This is where you are now, yellow square.
Yeah.
According to Nocticula, green square is an old boat that used to be used to ferry things out to the ocean from the mine, but according to her, fell into disuse, and they don't use it anymore. It could be that you guys can get that boat. It's still there. She can tell you. She told you it's still there. Whether or not you can get it, you can use it. It's possible that you might be able to slip past any guards that are out here.
How many miles is it from point A to point B?
So it's about, from the yellow square to the green square is about 2.5 miles upriver.
And the boat's where the green square is.
So
Yes.
is this just like a,
It's a tempting shortcut.
Like an enormous ravine.
okay. So we can take the river up to that and then cut through that and then go over?
Well, it depends on what side the boat's on.
Why can't we fly low? I mean, if we.
That's what I was gonna ask what the canopy was of the trees. How tall the trees got.
It's about, most of them are about, I guess probably the top of the canopy is about 50 feet. And then the rocks are probably at 200 to 250 feet, something like that.
I've got airwalk that I can give to 4 people. It'd blow my 4th level spells, but.
Airwalk would allow you guys. The problem with the jungle is that it's very dense, and it would take a long time to sort of chop your way through it. Now, that would be like for normal people, it would take a long time to chop through it. Farina could probably get through there more swiftly because she is, of the woods.
But couldn't we airwalk above the water?
You could airwalk, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, so we have some fly, we have some airwalk, we have storm that flies on her own. I mean, we could cover this short jaunt to the boat pretty easily.
Yeah, Storm could fly just down right above the water, and the saddle has space for 2 people, so that's Storm and 2 people can be handled by Storm.
Fletcher could probably carry Farina or Otto.
Carry a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So just to save a couple 4th level spells, that's all. If we can use them wisely. Because it lasts 10 minutes per level, so that's 120 minutes.
You move at your regular movement rate in airwalk. So let me
You said
just
it was 2.5 miles?
Yeah, it's about 2.5 miles to where Nocticula said the boat was.
Is it Windwalk that moves you at 60 miles an hour?
Yeah, Windwalk does that.
That's a 5th level cleric spell, I think.
But even that, I mean, if you walk it 20 minutes a mile, which is pretty easy to do, right?
Yeah.
That's
So it's
50
300
minutes.
feet a minute times 60 minutes is, whoops, what the frick?
On the other thing, Farina has that scale that allows her to float.
Yeah, I got to be pushed.
You could
Yeah, or
literally
pulled.
you could literally be towed behind Storm.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah,
matter
be
of
like
how long you'd be wakeboarding, but how long does that scale last?
Surfing.
I don't know that it has a duration. I don't think it has a duration. Does it last? I don't remember it having a duration.
Which one?
The centavial scale for
It doesn't have I mean, as long as you use it, it works. So yeah, it doesn't have a duration, but again, it's just levitation, right? You have to be dragged along.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I could take a nap, get some sun.
So basically she could wakeboard behind Storm.
With my arrow knot.
Yes, you could.
That'd be nice because then I could be defense to the back and Varrox, I'd have both
So
hands free. I like
using
that.
airwalk, you can get there in 45 minutes. If you walk along the thing. So it's about 2.5 miles. You can move at about 3.4 miles an hour, which means you can get there in about 45 minutes.
So Storm 2, that's 3. I get pulled, that's 4. What else do we have? And how many more people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think with one of your
6,
spells, we're good.
7. Well, one of my spells is only 1 per person. So
But I can carry at least one.
Yeah,
person.
if you just hit Fletcher with that,
How many can you carry, Fletcher? Seriously.
700 pounds.
Oh, crap. It's like a trapeze. It's like one of those circus acts,
Exactly. She's just missing the handlebar mustache.
Oh my God, that's funny.
well, to be honest, you don't even
700 pounds.
don't even
700 pounds.
if we're gonna fly low, then we'll just do our normal, helicopter thing off of Storm, and she'll just stay
the
close
straps.
to the water.
The straps.
Be right back.
on
I'm
her
gonna get
side.
soda.
Yeah, as long as she stays low to the ground.
Yeah,
An
You
issue.
guys can come inside, 2 people in the saddle, and then you being towed back behind with the
Yeah.
arrows.
Okay. So we don't even need a spell.
Right.
Well, that's kind of the idea, to save the spell level
Yeah,
that you
that's
have.
awesome. Boy, aren't we? Let's be proud of
Hey,
ourselves.
Don, can
for a
you
moment,
fly
shall
now?
we?
Pardon?
Can you fly now, or do you have
Can
an
you
ability
fly?
to do yourself fly, or do you still do that?
I can cast fly on myself from the armor a couple of times a day, but it doesn't last real long.
Okay. Like, mine's 12 minutes. Spell I have.
Yeah, which wouldn't be enough technically.
Oh, my fly command is once a day, and I've used it. And it is 10 minutes. I can fly for 10 minutes once a day, but I've used it already when we first got here.
Right.
I just want to know, because I do have a fly spell that I always carry, which I
Okay.
got it for you and mine, but it seems like you've always been able to do your own thing. So
With that celestial armor, yeah.
let's switch that spell and do another one.
Well, yeah, I said we just had jump on Storm. Storm will stay just 10 feet above the water and up against one of the shores. That way you've got the cover of the canopy still, and then
Yep.
just fly along there.
So
And we'll
Storm-
take that same route that I was talking about to get.
Storm's our helo.
Yeah, exactly.
So Storm does have those straps. I mean, so the saddle. Let me refresh my memory. So, Mike, the saddle is a saddle for 2,
It's
right?
it's a double saddle, and then there's got like 3 straps on each side.
On each side. The problem is there's no floor, right? So you have to
Correct.
sort
So
of like.
Well,
All right, the straps would be a good
has a loop.
short-term solution, but not
the
for a
strap-
long period
the
of
strap
time.
has a loop in the bottom of it, so you put 1 foot in there, and then you wrap your arm around the top of the strap, and you're just kind of standing there on the strap.
So it's big. It's not like a strap on a subway car. It's a big loop.
Yes,
You can step into and hold on at the same
step in
time.
a loop, and then just wrap your arm around the rope, and then just dangle from the side of her.
Okay, so you do have something
then
that you can
there's-
put your foot into.
And there's streamers that come off the back too, right? Like
Right, exactly.
color.
One of those little whistle things.
Sometimes like little strings with cans on the back, so when she walks around, it makes all the noise like the trading cards or whatever. But yeah.
So, so you guys are going to I forgot what the hell I was going to say. So, Storm moves pretty quickly. What's her fly speed?
60.
60. So it's double.
She's not overly fast, but she's
Well, she's faster than airwalk. So airwalk was going to take you about 45 minutes at twice the speed, which is essentially what Storm does flying. So you're talking about a little over 20
25.
minutes. Can you hang on to those straps for 20 minutes of flight?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're stepping on them and just.
Yeah, you like said.
You can hang on to the subway for 4.
Yeah, but you're not like hanging. You know what I mean?
Well, you're not hanging now.
Your
You're
You put your foot
standing.
in it and you're standing on it.
So
And
you're
then you're holding onto the strap.
and you're just
Okay.
got your arm around the strap just to kind of hold you up against her.
So if there was, say, a big ballista mounted somewhere along this river, and
Oh,
it
yeah, and
shot
smacked her.
Storm, yeah, and then
Yeah,
she would tend to
everyone-
dive, fall into the water, everyone would go in, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure if she gets hit, everyone would probably have to make a reflex save to
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about those Game of Thrones dragon ballistas that they had.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say the D word?
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. But the thing is, that's
Yeah, but you weren't calling Storm that thing. You're just explaining it from a different.
That's the other thing I forgot to say. Storm's AC went up by 2.
So now,
That one.
so now she's a bigger dragon,
Now she's like a 70.
or at least a tougher dragon.
Well, see, that's the difference. The Game of Thrones stuff they had didn't have a. She comes out of the gate in the morning without me casting shield on her at 40, and I can get to 44
shit.
when I cast shield on her.
That's a crazy armor class. I feel like as a DM, I've somehow failed you guys by giving you enough powers to get to 40 armor class. Maybe it's just me being stingy, though.
Well, I'm thinking it's the Pathfinder designers who allowed that to happen. So
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel bad, Les.
It's not the 40 AC that he has, it's the 25 that us normal people have. It's the problem.
I get you.
Just for you to take on them, you gotta.
Wait, you guys have AC?
AC. I don't even have one.
Shit, I'm doing something wrong.
All right, so you guys, if I'm reading you right, you guys are going to air cav in
Yeah,
on
we're
Storm.
gonna full on apocalypse now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that full dun, 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 Flight of the Valkyries kind of stuff. All right, and so are you going to go over the jungle, or are you going to fly low along the
No,
river?
we're gonna fly low along the river, and actually, we're going to stay to one side of it, so the canopy of the trees is kind of coming out over.
Okay.
She can kind of halfway stay underneath that.
Trying to keep out of the sight of the rocks and anything else that might be flying up there. Okay, all right, very cool. So this is about a 20-minute flight.
So there's no peanuts or anything. Not doing it.
no peanuts, and you must stay seated for the entirety of the flight.
No movie? God, this airline sucks.
Ask for a refund.
Try and open the safety door. But yeah, so everything goes pretty much as expected. You guys fly along the river, and as you move upriver, that sulfurous smell gets worse. You're guessing that on the beach where you were, where the river flows into the abyssal sea, that sea water had a tendency to sort of dilute the river water a little bit right there at that little estuary area. But as you go upriver and you get closer to the source of this river, you could tell that the water is becoming increasingly toxic as you get closer to your target. But other than that, you do stay out of the sight of the rocks. They're not really looking down there. They're sort of flying up over the thing. You're heading into the, as you can see from like the northwest kind of corner, not corner, but the edge of the island is more mountainous. So as you're going up that way, the ground elevation is sloping upwards a little bit as you fly there. But you do eventually get to your target. You come into what looks to be, and largely is a widening of the river. At this point, the river is about a quarter mile wide, and it looks like it has gotten shallower. Your guess is, just looking down at it, for most of the part, it's probably about 40 feet deep in the center channel. Maybe 100 feet wide at the river. But as you get to this place, it widens and slows considerably. We suspect that the water's shallower here, and it seems to be more sluggish. You do see on the southern end over here, against a sort of right about here.
A dock.
Not a dock, but it's right about here where this ravine sort of touches there. There's a big sandbar, and lodged on it looks to be a ship, and it, is sort of standing there. Do you guys want to just fly up to it, or do you want to check it out first?
I'd rather send Otto to
She
stealth
can-
around.
We can have her, we can fly with all of us on top, just have her do a pass above it. Or we can set down away from it and have someone stealth approach from land.
Well, and I have a question about, I know that Bardos normally has invisibility spells. I don't know how that works necessarily. If we're all in contact with the dragon and Bardos casts
for it.
an invisibility on the dragon,
Wait for it again.
then since at that point we're items carried, do we all end up being invisible thanks to
Right.
the dragon?
Gato's black and blue just to see this.
I know.
Invisibility is you are object up to 1,200 pounds.
Storm's way 1,200 pounds.
Yeah, but the storm weigh 1,200 pounds with everybody on it.
Oh, she's more than 1,200 pounds probably.
By herself.
By herself.
Oh, okay.
So there are.
It's a-
So it's sort of like a lake that you guys are at. It's a pretty big, wide place in the thing. There are places along the shores of this where you could land that are not in the water, that you could maybe get a better look at this thing. Or you could just air cav right in there and land on the deck and see what happens. That's how I would do it.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
It sounds like exactly what this party would do.
So,
It doesn't
so if you
sound
want to
like a
land
great idea.
somewhere away from the boat and have Otto, or if you also want Gato, go up and check it.
Is it on this side over here, or is it on this side?
It's on. It's right about. It's on the south end. Looks like it's popped up on like an outcrop of some sort of sandbar or mud thing.
So we've got this
what if we
area is a
landed, like-
ravine. I'm
What
sorry,
about
go ahead,
back
Jen.
here? What about back here? And you guys can hide behind the tree cover.
Well, it's kind of far away, so that's about probably a quarter mile away. I mean, you could go there and sort of
Yeah.
walk it if you wanted to.
A quarter mile for Otto's nothing. I mean, frankly, it shouldn't be much for any of us, I hope.
She says as she looks at the weak ass priest.
Anyway, that would be my recommendation, to hang out behind the trees where we get some cover from anyone that might be guarding the boat, and send Otto or Ziggy or somebody invisible, if we can figure out who is good at going invisible.
If only there was somebody in this party.
Well,
Yeah.
and I can send
Sure.
Siggy down to do like a low level stealth flight to try and get some intel. I could do that before we even got there.
Yep.
If you guys think that would be a good idea.
Every bit of information is more than what we have.
So what do you guys want to do first?
Well, I'll go ahead. Once we get close to where we can see this lake and sort of the terrain we're dealing with, I'll send Siggy down to do a stealth pass.
Okay.
She can fly through the trees and her stealth is pretty good. So
Okay. So you send her ahead essentially.
yeah, to do aerial recon, which is one of her skills.
All right, so she flies over the lake and flies over the boat, and she notices a couple of things. One, the boat seems to be lodged on the sandbar, so it's like sort of half in and half out of the water, and sort of at a slight angle. She's not sure. Well, I guess it could be removed. It would just be it could probably be refloated, but it's just partially. It's only partially on the water right now. Second, there do seem to be creatures on the deck of the boat. Let me describe them to you. Or can you see through, Siggy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these creatures, well, they look like emaciated men. They appear to be either charred or dried out, and they have smoke coming from their eyes. You recognize these as potentially being bodaks, which are a type of undead.
Okay.
And there's several of them. If you're looking through Siggy's eyes, you can count at least 4, maybe 5, and they seem to be just wandering around on the deck. It's almost as if they are continuing in undeath, some sort, like it's like they're doing sailor jobs, right? They're sort of wandering around, pulling on old desiccated ropes, things like that. They're not really doing those jobs because the boat's not afloat, but maybe they're aping what they did in life, and now that they're in undeath for some reason, I don't know.
No.
But that's what she sees. So the boat seems like it might be refloatable. It doesn't look damaged. It just looks like it's aground.
Right. And then as far as like the areas in the woods on, I guess, this side and then maybe this side to see, is there stuff in there that if we chose a landing spot like Farina suggested, is there stuff in there we'd have to deal with or no?
You're sending Siggy sort of override him to fly
Well,
through
yeah,
him?
yeah, to fly through the woods. Because with her stealth, she should be able to fly through copses of trees without really being seen much.
Mm-hmm. And she's fast too, which is
Yeah,
good.
she's fast and silent.
So there is a lot of wildlife, is what she'll tell you. A lot of it is what she would consider to be quite unnatural. Some immense spiders, various demons that are seeming to wander around here, worms of large size that are sort of crawling through the underbrush, snakes, things like that. There's a lot of creatures in these woods.
ROUSs.
ROUSs. That's a myth. There's a ton of creatures in there. Your guess is that, huh?
Like, is she just finding? I mean, are there centipedes and butterflies, or?
Well, demonic animals, some straight up demons, sort of wandering through the woods. Some dretches she spots, big spiders that are very unnatural. There's just a fair amount of wildlife out here, and all of it kind of gross and dangerous.
Right. So that was really just for everybody else who's looking into it. If we decided we were going to sort of lay down in one of these bare areas and sneak up on the boat, this little foresty area here has a fair amount of negative stuff in it as well.
That we'd have to deal with before.
Well,
I
maybe
was thinking about this little thin piece, though, not this whole giant piece, but this like my arrow won't click on it because the green.
Oh, it's clicking on it.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, it's clicking. Yeah, but yeah, that little itty bitty bit. Not back in here in the thick of things, but over here.
You're talking about right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you get a little bit of cover. That's all. I mean, that was just my suggestion as a hunter. That was just
right. And so basically what Siggy's saying is that if we lay down there is a chance that some of the stuff that's in this copse of trees, that is entirely 100% unnatural stuff, might take an interest if it sees us, right? So we might have to deal with that. And that doesn't necessarily mean your plan is a bad one. It's just something we need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, that skinny bit could work. I mean, it does look like that. Oh, sorry. So I've marked where the boat is. I see that sort of red mark. Yeah, I mean, if you guys were talking about coming through here, like if you landed here and then came through here, you could probably do that.
I can't see any of the things you're marking.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Level.
It's coming up on the shared screen. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing it on the wrong screen. So yeah, if you were to come through here, that could probably work. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You could probably, if you guys posted up here, it would be a little bit of a walk, but there's not as much trees. The likelihood of you running into anything that would make a concerted effort to eat you is probably lower.
Probably lower.
And that's the best you can ask for.
Fletcher probably sounds disgruntled that we would even consider that. Because he'd want to go find the big nasty things, right?
Well, not anymore. He feels better.
Fletcher's just being quiet.
Embarrassed, really.
Yeah, a little sheepish.
But yeah, he does seem to be much more in control of himself.
Back to being the reluctant barbarian.
Back to wondering how the half-elf became a barbarian, right?
Yes, exactly.
Boy, personal choice, man. All right, so what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna so you've landed? I'm assuming you've landed somewhere around here to sort of scope things out, or are you here?
Do it again.
I don't see
Yeah.
anything you're doing.
Once again, can't see what you're
I
doing.
assumed we landed there.
Like right about here?
Yeah, on the other
Or
side of the
here.
tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where
That's-
Farina
I thought
was
we went through the
suggesting.
ravine and then kind of landed when we got to the lake area.
Yeah, but I
So-
thought we were gonna hide behind the trees, Mike.
Yeah.
Like there,
There. Yes.
or
Yeah.
like here?
No. Your
No,
first
I think the first one.
Okay.
Because yeah, if we're doing that way, then we never went up the river. We just went around the coast and just.
Yeah, I wondered that earlier too. Like, couldn't we have just cut through here?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could have taken a path that looks kind of like this. Instead of flying upriver, you just kind of fly around here.
Then yeah, if we were going to do that, and that's what we did.
Okay, that's cool. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Jesus, that's not what I meant to do either. That's what I meant to do. Okay. All right. So you guys land about here.
Hey, Les,
Yeah.
if nobody else does anything with that sword, can we at least bury it or try to hide it or at least get it
The
out of
sword?
circulation for the most?
No, the sword, you've got it. We're going to take that apart and disassemble
Okay,
it
okay, I missed that.
for our
Yeah,
magic
sorry.
item stuff.
Don't we have a bag? Magic bag?
We got a head bag.
Not the head bag. Don't open the head bag.
Open the head bag. Open it.
I miss Kazray.
I sometimes do too, believe it or not. No, I don't. Never mind.
Oh, no, never mind. Never mind.
We should come. We should bring her back. You guys should take a trip down to Cheliax. Go pick her up.
Actually, if you
I-
look, actually,
I got a bag I can carry that sword in if you want.
Done. She's off the camera.
Don't give it to Gato.
Not
No,
ridiculous.
Marcos has it, and he threw it down in the pit with all of our magic item stuff
The portable hole.
in the portable hole, so we can take it
Okay.
apart in our free time and use it to rebuild other stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys dismount, or land here. I guess you don't dismount because you don't have the boat yet. You do see that you think it's going to be. I mean, it's rough terrain, even though it's not jungle, and you can see a relatively easy path. It's still pretty rough, but you're guessing that a 30-minute hike will get you across into here.
And I've told everybody about the creatures on the boat, right?
hmm
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that would be my intention. There's some sort of undead boat axe, something or other on the boat. I don't know if they'll react to external stimuli. They seem to be reliving past chores, but you have to be prepared for that.
Okay.
All
We
right.
can come all the way down to break through right here.
Are we all walking across?
Right. Gosh darn it.
Gosh
Weird.
darn it.
My cursor is like reacting a half-inch away from where the pointer is.
So I'm assuming you guys want to go. Whoop, let me change this here.
Here,
So I'm
erase all that crap.
assuming you want to go to from there to there.
Can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to fill in.
It's
Mhm.
there.
The blue thing? Oh, the red thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're- Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you guys walk it, and is that there's a new
Sorry.
path? You're gonna take the blue path?
How do you erase? How do you go backwards? Control
Okay.
Z.
Highlight it and hit yeah, delete. Okay.
Okay. And then just delete. Oh, I can't do it on my end.
I
Well,
got it.
it's gone on our end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's-
I got rid of it.
I was trying to clean up my own mess.
Okay, so you guys punch through there, and you get out onto. It takes a while. You guys kind of have to step through, but you only see creatures in the distance. You're not sure if they see you. It's just wildlife. This doesn't look like an area that's routinely hunted. In fact, if anything, it's sulfurous. It's gross. It's muddy. You're pretty dirty by the time you get to the lake, and the lake water is pretty enough, but it still gives off that sulfur smell, and you're guessing that it's quite poisonous to be around. You do get a look at the boat for the first time outside of Ziggy's eyes, and it's basically as Lothar described from Siggy's overflight. It's a fairly large barge style boat, pretty deep hull. Looks like it would be perfect for hauling cargo, fairly terrestrial, and you do see several creatures hunched over, sort of gnarly looking creatures, sort of walking on deck. Lothar said they're Bodaks, and you have no reason to disbelieve them. They seem to be wandering about. You're not sure to what end.
Well, and as we're moving towards this, if we unbeach this boat and get it headed down the river, do any of us have any hope of actually being able to keep it on course?
Good question. An excellent question. Do any of you have any skill at boats or seafaring or?
Hang on, give me a second.
I've got a 15 in bluff.
So you're gonna bluff the steering wheel into going
Yeah.
in the right direction? Okay.
He's gonna bluff the river.
I can swim really good, so I'm not worried about me.
Don't get in this water.
Not sure how much harder I could telegraph the danger of being in the water.
I know.
Felt like I was telegraphing that pretty hard.
Swimming is not the problem.
Yeah, there was no subtlety there. We get it.
Sort of a tactical nuke out from subtlety standpoint. I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. I mean, any numbskull can turn a wheel. So I mean, there's that. But
Well,
There
this
is
is
no
more like a
navigation.
riverboat, like what Lewis and Clark had, because we're going to be going upstream.
mm-hmm.
So it'll be rowing or a bunch of us with poles.
Let me ask you this.
Might have a magical engine.
Would a water elemental survive this water?
That's a good question. And the answer is I don't know. Let me look at elementals real quick for a second.
Because if they're immune to poison or whatever else is in this thing,
Yeah. Well, and sort of what I was thinking initially.
I think you should get one and find out.
What I was
That's
thinking
one
initially.
way to
is
do it.
If it dies, it dies.
if these undead things continue going through their cellularly paces and don't attack, is it worth putting the boat back in the water and seeing if they just automatically start sailing it up?
We befriend them and just have them take us up there.
Well, we don't befriend anything that's undead or evil, Gato, but we might use them.
No, of course not. That would be wrong.
But
We need
we
to
might.
tattoo that on his arm.
Elementals are immune to poison.
There you go.
okay, so if I ditch Storm, I can pull up some water elementals to push us along wherever we want to go.
So what is your thought, Lothar? You're just thinking that
Well, I'm
They
thinking
might
if we get to the boat, right? So we know that these are undead. I'm confident in my identification of that. What we don't know
okay.
is if these undead will attack when we make ourselves known to them, or if they're the type of undead that are locked sort of in a time loop of what they did in life, which is sail this boat. So I'm thinking
Like
if we
the
get
slow
up,
zombies and fast zombies.
yeah, I'm thinking if we get up there and they don't do anything to attack, would it be worth sort of putting the boat back in the water and letting them do their sailorly thing to take us where we're trying to go? Or we'll have to have some solution, and maybe that solution
Only
is
because
water
it'd be
hose.
so cool if that worked.
Well, right. And they may attack and we may have to destroy them. And that's always something that we deal with. But he said or the intel that I got from looking through the bird's eyes was that they were going about their sailorly routines, doing the things they did in life, even though it wasn't effective at the moment because the boat was beached.
So they're like in a loop, like you said. Let's
Yeah.
try it. 'Cause
Maybe.
it'd be really cool if it worked.
Now, maybe they'll attack us and we'll have to kill them all. And then we'll have to look at the water elemental solution or try to figure out a bunch of skill checks to see if we can amateur sail a boat. Who
Well,
has
use
to,
the water elementals.
yeah, who has to row and who has to
Well, the
pedal,
water elemental
whatever.
I
But
can only make happen for about actually 144 minutes.
We can always pull water elemental out if we really screw up. We could just do skill checks and see how we do.
right, well, that's what I'm saying.
Whoa! Grab a water element.
Go left. No, you're left.
Yeah.
It's like
Left is port, yes, the non-seafaring idiot. No, what I'm saying is when we get up here, if they don't attack, it's our normal course of action to attack whatever we encounter. And I'm good with that. But if we get up there and these things don't attack, maybe we should think about it a minute before we just slaughter them all out of hand.
Little zombies and
Can you
sailors.
do like a religion check to see what the chances are? If you've already identified this, can you do a religion check to see what the chances are of striking a deal with these or help having
Well,
success? Or...
now let's go back. We don't strike deals with things. Right?
Well, I
If
mean,
we're not going to strike deals, why don't we just eliminate it? It's undead.
Hans is very quiet over there.
Here's the difference. Here's the big difference. We're not making a deal with anything evil, Gato. But
Didn't say it. Yellendar said it.
I'm sorry, tattoo face. I just keep coming back to your image. But if we get there and they don't attack, they may be useful as just blindly going through the sailing paces. We're not making a deal with them. But if we put the boat back in the water and they automatically go back to sailing the boat, then we might not need to destroy them immediately, is what I'm suggesting.
Gotcha. Okay. Illins are just not used to hearing that from Lothar.
If you want to stress this whole thing about not making deals with anyone evil, I want to ask you about, didn't we stay at a hotel ran by an evil person? Isn't our staying there kind of making a deal with him?
No. And if you're talking about the hotel that was glyphed against demons, I think that's probably a pretty sound idea in the Abyss.
Well, okay, but there were other people there that were evil.
Okay. And we didn't make deals with them either.
When you say we're going to pay you so much for a room, that's a deal.
That's a business transaction. It's not a deal. The deals you're making.
Oh, okay.
Are, I'll give you my soul. I'll give you my soul if you'll give me 2 points of strength and the ability to go invisible. That's a deal.
You just opened up business.
Okay, and we don't do that.
we don't do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a bad idea.
Got it.
No,
We don't do that.
He's already done that. So
Yeah, you
what's
already
the
did
point of
that.
this
There's no-
conversation?
I haven't technically done that.
But you
That-
did technically do that.
The tattoo on your face suggests otherwise.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, but it was more like it's less of a deal. Just to take the God to be Gato's advocate here.
More of a dominating.
It was more less of a deal and more of the accepting of a gift.
Yes, it was an accepting of a gift.
And I have no idea why, and I need to step away and get something to drink, but the words of terrible remorse spell are just ringing in my head. I don't know why. Maybe that spell could explain to you what you've done wrong and allow you to feel bad about it in a way that will make you hurt yourself.
Look at that spell up.
Oh, have you never seen terrible remorse?
Nah, I've seen it, but I don't remember.
That's an
Oh,
awesome
yeah.
spell.
Yeah, that is fun.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so if we are going to try and use these undead and we need to see if they attack, my thought would be to send Storm up there and just walk up there. If they attack, then she flies away and we let Farina from like a half a mile away just like pummel them with holy arrows until they're all dead. And then we go in there and if they don't attack Storm, then we'll approach.
What'd you say, Jennifer?
Or have Storm just knock them all out in the water.
Well, undead's
Undead, it's not
probably immune to poison too.
It's not gonna affect them.
I mean, it might. I mean, the boat is pretty. As a barge, it's pretty deep. So I mean, it's probably 20 feet deep, and a fair amount of it is lodged up on this sandbar. So I mean, they would have, if you knocked them off the boat, they would, yeah. I mean, even if they didn't fall into the river, if they fell on land, it would still cause them some damage. It's pretty high up, maybe 2d6, something like that, of smushing damage.
I'm down with that though. I mean, Farina will take them out.
But if these things are just walking around aimlessly, unless they're like fast undead,
But wouldn't
you could get a whole lot of shots off that would probably connect and do lots of holy damage because, you know, they're undead.
Wouldn't
without
anything attack Storm though, just out of sheer?
What's that?
Wouldn't anything attack Storm just out of sheer defensive nature coming up? You know, when a dragon just lands on your boat, no matter what you are.
When a what lands? What are you talking about?
A dragon, right? Isn't Storm a dragon? 4 or 5.
That was funny. God, I was like, fetal position on the ground during this conversation.
I'm in fetal position. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going.
I'm beginning to think all of Gato's questionable decisions are a result of PTSD.
Yes, it's your fault.
Yes.
And I will square that away with my deity on the day of my death.
Yeah,
For now, dragon.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have done that.
So the plan is to land Storm on. So you guys are going to do the air cav thing.
I was just
so is it just Storm, or are all you guys sort of like, you know, flying in, you know, commando raid style and just jumping out? And...
Unless I know more about these undead, if they're like just zombies, then okay, yeah, we'll all walk up there and do whatever. But
well, Lothar will tell you. I mean, he's seen through Siggy's eyes. They're not zombies. They're what he refers to from his study of the undeads as Bodaks. Now, Bodaks
are they? What's the chance of us being able to walk up there and just let them sail the boat for us and them not attack us?
Let's find out.
Well, that sort of question in my mind was less about the fact that they're Bodaks and more about observing the behavior that they're engaging in now. Right. So I don't know. I mean, I could do a religion check or at this point, a planes check.
It'd probably be a religion check if it's undead.
Right. To determine what I think about that. But I'm just at this point talking about,
yeah, Illinois
they seem to be walking in circled loops doing sailor stuff that is absolutely unnecessary at the moment. But if the boat were back in the water, would that suddenly be useful? And I can make the check. You want me to make a religious check?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. 34.
Natural 20? That's awesome. All right, so
personally, he's like, oh, I remember these guys.
Everybody sit down on a rock and take a moment. Bodaks chapter 1.
take an E. The ecology of the Bodak. So Bodaks are sort of people who have been exposed to like huge supernatural evil. The problem with Bodaks is that they're pretty strong undeads in and of themselves, but they're also they've got a fair bit of immunities. They've got some stuff, but the thing about Bodaks that really sets them apart from undead is they have these eye sockets that have smoke come out. But there's something about those eye sockets. If you get caught in their gaze attack, it can be negative levels. It does level damage.
I was waiting for you to say that. I knew that because in my campaign, you guys went up against these guys. So Mike knows very well what these things can do. Ilandar's just clueless.
Yeah. So they're dangerous from that point of view. The other thing is, as far as emulating sailor activities, it's probably. Well, they're probably doing what they did on behalf of Hepsimira. Now, you're not 100% sure as to why this boat isn't in service anymore. Maybe they have other boats. Maybe they figured out some other way to move the nyahydrian crystals. But they could have been commanded either by Hepsimira herself or some sort of subordinate demon would have been able to command them. And so maybe they're just still trying to fulfill those commands. Now, one thing about the boat I should mention is that it does have a pilot house. There is a raised sort of pilot house in the barge. It's a barge style boat, which means the deck is flat. It does have a big sort of cargo, the cargo doors that open up in the middle of the deck and you put stuff in. But there is also a pilot house. So there's like a thing where you could see where you're driving and that kind of thing.
So what's the chance of these things attacking us on sight since you roll a natural 20?
Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you think that the presence of potential food would certainly supersede any previous commands to sail the boat, unless there was somebody there that could tell them not to attack. They would almost certainly attack.
We'll do that. We'll tell them not to attack.
Not to attack.
Somebody they would recognize as an authority.
So like the demon marked thief?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Gato, go up there and tell him not to do anything bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, friends, there's some goody two shoes over there in the woods. Go kill them.
Delicious goody two shoes.
Don't attack them until I say to. So I would say if they're dangerous, then we get close enough for Farina to start shooting arrows and then make them come to us. And if she's got them all dead before they get here, great. If not, then we mop up the last few that make it to us.
And I'll stick close to Farina so at the correct time I can give her touch of good again.
You shoot a bow too really well.
Well, yeah, but I can give you touch of good and it's +6. It's only for 1 round, but you could actually use it this time.
Yeah, that would be cool. I used it last time. I avoided 2 points of damage, dude.
All right, so. All right, so you guys are going to get what, within a couple of 100 yards and then try to hit him with arrows?
Yeah, she can. If she takes a -2 penalty, she can start at like 220 feet away and just start launching arrows at him.
Okay.
And I can several rounds of arrow fire.
I can kind of do the same thing.
That's a lot of shots she gets in before they even reach us. And with her bow being holy, it's gonna do a fair amount of damage to him.
All right.
110 feet away is.
Yeah, you go 110 feet before you take any penalty. You go up 220 with a -2 penalty.
Right.
Okay.
330 with a -4 penalty.
Well, how close to the ship do you want to get?
330 feet away.
100? Would you say 115 feet?
330 feet away. Yeah, 15.
330 would, like I said, she can start firing at 330 with -4s for the first few rounds, then -2, once they reach the 220 range.
How big is the beach, Les?
It's more mud, but probably depends on where you're at, but it could be as much as 100 yards to the foliage, to the jungle.
Which that's 300 feet. So
yeah, you guys could probably do that.
So it's for the first round to be +6 against the -4, so I'd +2 under what I have already.
Where's the +6 coming from?
Lothar.
Oh, that's
if I give her touch of good.
But it only lasts for 1 round though, right?
That's what I said for the first round.
But I can do it multiple times.
Okay.
I can also fire arrows, not with her skill, but I can also fire arrows.
Yeah, any archer can just start. We'll just shower them with arrows as they close with us, and then once they get close enough, they'll realize that with Fletcher and Storm and whoever's standing there, that was a mistake.
Plus, our hits will get better as they get closer.
Right, exactly.
So I think initially I would stand next to Farina and give her touch of good.
Okay.
And then she fires the first volley. And then if they start moving towards us, the next round, give her that again. And then as they get closer, maybe pull my bow and start firing as well.
And then Fletcher, Storm, Gato, if he will, basically make a front line.
And there's 5 of them.
Like how much?
Yeah, you think 5?
There are
At
five,
least that's what you think you saw.
there were 5 that I could see. Now
Okay.
this boat has a below decks, so all bets are
Okay.
off on what's there, right? So
And Farina, you want to concentrate all fire on one until it's down, then go to the next one.
Yep. And actually,
Okie dokie.
if anybody else is using air, ranged, you want to do the same thing.
If you'd like, I can use my longbow.
Why not?
Everybody's like, I guess. It's probably
You think it'll help?
probably
Well,
gonna,
I mean, it's nowhere near the damage she's going to put
Right.
out, but I can
Yeah.
hit him.
But it's to be hit.
All I can do is sit and watch.
yeah.
And then, like I said, Fletcher and Storm will just set back and make a front line for whenever they get close. And then
We'll make lemonade for it.
get close.
I guess these things qualify as evil, I'm assuming.
So if we
Yep.
start out at 3:30, how long do we think it'll be before they get at us?
flat
with
out.
If
with
they-
that with that 34, how fast do they move?
Speed 20.
So it'll take them a little bit.
But they
could
don't have
go-
armor. So
Yeah, they're just-
3
and they're running.
rounds, 4 rounds
And
if they're running at you.
So you get 4 rounds of archer
Yeah.
support, and then once they get close, like I said, then they have to deal with Fletcher and Storm. So
Let me buff you before you start this. Farina.
What you buffing me with?
I can give you energy weapon to do a D6 of.
I'd probably give that to Gato. That way his damage is a little more measured.
Something.
It's a little closer to what the 2 with the holy damage are doing.
More meaningful? Is that what you said?
Should I do Sonic?
What you guys are going to be doing.
Sonic or cold? What do you want? Is Sonic gonna attack the crack's attention?
Let's go ahead and do Sonic.
Okay, that's 12 rounds plus 1d6. What do you have? And
Okay.
then I can augment one of you with a +4 to dex, so which basically is a +2 to hit.
Go ahead and give that to
Farina. Well, Lothar's got a
I can,
really.
do, I can do a couple of you and it lasts for 6 rounds.
Lothar, don't you have a pretty good shot with your? It seems like I remember you do pretty good with that bow.
Yeah, I'm not bad with the bow, and I don't know that the. Let me see something real quick.
But one thing I'm going to do is cast haste, so everybody's going to get an extra arrow at your best attack, and all your attacks are going to get +1.
Yeah.
And I'll give you +4, Lothar, Gato, and Farina. I'll give +4 to your dexterity, which is
Okay.
+2 to hit.
+2 to the overall. Okay.
+1 on haste. What's that called, Gordon?
It's called augment. I don't know if you're going to find that. It's a.
No,
it's
I'm
an
just jotting
ability.
it down so I
Go
make
on
sure I have
school.
them all. And then +6 for good. -4 at 330. -2 at 220. No penalty at 110.
All right.
Okay. And haste is
Um,
an extra shot too, right? Haste is not only a +1, but it's an extra shot.
Correct.
And
And it's
that's
an extra shot at your highest bonus.
Yeah.
awesome.
Farina, can I have a short heads up before you fire your first arrow?
Short head.
Loose.
Short heads up.
There's your heads up.
I just want to
in
do a
case he's
little
standing right in front of you.
prayer to my bow.
Sure. Can do that. So are we in position and ready to rock? Can we see them?
Have we gotten to the beach yet, Les?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm just preparing everything. Okay. Gotcha.
I'll
Okay.
Give you a keen edge too before you start.
Man,
The
I
last
gotta
120 minutes, it doubles your threat range.
fix that.
Double your threat range?
Yeah.
What does that mean
Did you
exactly?
crit on it?
Instead of critting just on a 20, you crit on a 19 and a
Oh,
20.
your crit. I thought you said your threat range, your crit range. Okay, so it's 19, 20, not just 20.
Right.
That's cool.
Range is the same thing. It's just a different way of saying it.
Stupid ass dynamic lighting.
And you said that's 6 rounds?
No, it's 120 minutes. 6 rounds is the +4 to dex. Keen Edge, you should be able to find in spells on your laptop. You can
Yeah,
add
I'm
it.
putting it in there since it's a long termer.
Roll 20. I had such high hopes for you.
That was your first mistake.
All right, let's try this one more time, shall we? There we go. All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So I placed, you guys are much farther away, obviously, than this map suggests. But you can see the boat over here, and you can see a couple of these creatures sort of wandering about. You can see other ones as well. I'm going to go ahead and light up. I'm going to give you more light. Hold on a second so you can see the whole boat. I'm just going to put it on storm. Let's just go to 1,000.
That's some serious dark vision.
Yeah, it is. Why is it still stopping? Why are you still stopping?
It ain't dark.
Oh, it's because I went 100 rather than 1,000. Hold on a second. Here we go. Let's try this. There we go. All right, so you can see the boat. Like I said, it's sort of flat, and it's punched up onto this little outcropping of mud. You can't see. This is the pilot house over here. You can see where there's shadow. You're not sure if you see anything, but you do see those like 5 boat acts wandering around on top. You can see them. You're going to go ahead. So the first shot is just Farina, right? As nobody else is throwing their arrows into the mix.
I'm doing it also.
Okay.
Give me a short little pause before she does that, and
So touch of
Just a
good on
second.
Farina.
Do we want to set up like just south of that, how we are on the beach in case they close so we know who's where?
Sure.
so I mumbled a little something and then said, "Farina, go," and I shoot my arrows also.
Okay.
Actually, I forgot Otto can be on the front line too. So
I don't even see Farina on there. She's not on there.
she's in the middle.
Okay. Have you guys decided to pick? Are you going to try and focus your shots on one of the boat acts, or are you just like shooting at whatever target you want?
Whoever shoots the first arrow, everyone's going to follow those arrows until that one drops, and then they'll move to the next one.
Where's the captain's quarters? I still can't find Farina on this map. It doesn't show up for me. My map's glitchy. Where?
I don't think Farina's on this map because it's so
Right
far
here.
away.
Yeah, no, she's right here. There
Yeah.
you go.
White area down, way down. There you go.
Oh, there I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So is that where you want to put yourself?
I would get you guys back behind the front line.
Well, I don't know where the trees are. I wanted to be just like within the trees, but there's no trees here.
Here's
Oh,
the
we're nowhere near the trees now. We're at the beach kind of area.
Oh, we came out. I thought the whole idea of 330 feet was we were within the tree line.
we are 330. This
Yeah, the map isn't big enough, so
All right, that's
we're-
cool. Whatever.
we're still back by the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
so you
I'm
probably,
fine being in the middle of the pack. It's cool.
yeah, if you're in front line, put yourself along close to Storm. If you're back behind, then put close to Bardos or Illinois or something like that.
Well, I'm just waiting to see where Farina's going to set up because I'm going to set up right by her side.
Well, actually, I'm going to go closer to the middle so I have a better shot at everybody. So I think I'm going to come all the way over here.
Okay.
I would get back behind the front line.
Yeah. So Farina, the idea is that the front line is going to stop
Anything
the
that comes
boat
at
acts if they charge you. That they're going to
you,
stop
we're
them.
gonna stop them.
Yeah.
So you're essentially shooting over the heads. Remember, in archery, you're going to be shooting pretty high up in the air to hit these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that range.
Oh,
So you're
that's
going to be shooting over the tops of the heads of the front line.
That makes sense when you say it that way. So I'm having a hard time moving shit around on this map for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Weird.
And Fletcher, how's that?
There you go.
Okay.
You wanna put
All
Otto
right.
close- put
That's
Otto
cool.
close to Storm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Damn it, hold still, woman.
Sorry.
All right, first shot. Go ahead. So Farina, I wasn't able to keep track of the 10,000 buffs that they were giving you. So do you have all those written down, or?
Yeah. I think I'm set up on my buffs.
I think I lost track at somewhere at the 5th or 6th buff. All right, so you got all your bonuses.
She's plus 57.
I do. My first 3 are plus 20.
Loose.
And then.
That second one, crit, potential crit.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, 19.
Would the next roll be or do I need to roll it now?
You can go ahead and roll. You can roll whenever you want. If you want, go ahead and finish your. Yeah. Is that the confirm?
I don't know. I usually just roll all my hits and then I go back and confirm, but maybe that's not the right way to do it.
That's fine. Okay.
So, but I don't think I confirmed though, did I at 23?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Okay. And then I've got one more.
And Don, I've got yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, let's roll to confirm that. Ooh, luckily that is an unconfirmed fumble. You missed it by 1. Missed it by 1. So, yeah, so that would be the end. So, 4 arrows. So it's fun. It's, Gato has 1 arrow that or I think.
No, I shot 3 times.
3 times. Okay. So all of a sudden you guys in the front row, Fletcher and Storm and everybody are just like come out and you see all these arrows go flying over and you can see these creatures on the boat. They don't seem to be aware of you until yet. So which one did you target, Farina? And did you shoot all 4 of your arrows at that target?
I did as directed.
Did you say this one here, the closest one to the edge?
Well, which one was the one closest to the captain's house or wherever
this one way in the back over here?
Is okay. That's the one I'm going to shoot at first then.
Okay.
That's the one that's going to be closest to the entrance to the bottom of the boat, right? That's what I'm looking for.
Well, no. So the entrance to the hold is this area right here. So you see these like big doors. And there's actually one standing out. There's these big metal doors that are sort of a little bit raised up, and they're enormous. They're 15 feet across.
Is there a captain's cabin above, like a
Well, it's this building right here. This is like like a pilot house.
Then I'll hit this guy right here.
Okay, so you're aiming at that guy.
Yeah, if nobody's paying attention. So I have damage on. So my normal damage is going to be on 1. Which is actually 2, and then there's the crit, and then there's the last one. So I'll do the 3 normal damages.
Okay.
So that's going to be 4, 8, 12, d6 plus 9.
What kind of arrows are you using, Don?
Normal arrows with Sonic added to it.
Got it. Okay.
Is it coming from a magical bow?
He'd rather not say.
I don't think it is.
Regular arrows from a magical bow are magical, but if it's not, then it's not.
It is not a magical bow.
Okay.
So does that take out or do enough? What does that do to this guy back here?
Okay, hold on, I'm tallying it up. So, okay, how much did? So that's a total of 49 on
without the critical shot.
Okay. Then you didn't confirm that. You haven't confirmed the critical yet, have you?
Yeah, I thought I did with the 22. You said.
Oh, right. Okay.
23.
23 is a confirmed critical. So, okay, so that is crit. So, how much more crit damage will you get?
Okay, so with the crit damage, can I take the chart or can I just?
Sure, if you want. Usually archers take a multiple, but.
And that's the multiple of the normal damage times 3.
It's
right?
3 times the normal damage, right?
Right.
And it's at full damage, 3 times the normal full damage, or do you have to roll it?
Normally you would roll it. So in this case, since it was.
So it'd be 3 times the 52.
No, you only get it on 1 arrow. So that arrow was the second arrow. So it is 6, 10, 16, 3 times 16. We'll add 30 to add 32.
48.
49. No, because she's already added it once in, so you only add double.
Okay.
So 70, 80, 81 total points on your arrows plus Gato's damage.
Does 17 hit?
No, it does not. That one missed.
So,
that one.
so
That one
two
went.
of them hit.
That one went in the water. The other side. Sploosh. So in this case, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows hit this creature. So it's just like all these arrows, and you see it go like this, and it staggers around a little bit, and even with its damage reduction and immunities, it staggers backwards and falls off into the water. Sploosh. The other guys all sort of like look around. They, suddenly, so this is what you guys kind of observe. They're all kind of like sleepwalking around the deck. Just going through the motions of what look sort of on the surface to be sort of rudimentary sailor kind of activities. When the arrows slam into this one and he lets out a little hiss and falls over the side into the water with a splash, suddenly these other 4 take on a very lively aspect. They jerk around to look, and then they start looking around and that kind of stuff. I don't think they see you guys yet. I'm going to do a quick perception check because you guys are still pretty far away, and they don't
pretty far
know
away
where the arrows are coming
the
from.
Arrows at first, so
right. So let me do a perception, which is pretty good. They have pretty good perception. So natural 18. So they're looking around. It takes a few seconds. They're looking around, and then one of them, this one closest to the edge here, looks around, and you can hear it even 300 feet away. You can hear this thing let out this sort of like. And the other ones come over to the edge. Here's the thing, though. They don't get off the boat. They just come running over, and they're watching. And all of them are sort of like making this sort of hoarse screech again. But they don't leave the boat. What do you do next?
Can somebody explain to me real quick, just so I learn how you did the crit thing? Because I cannot get to 81. I'm not sure how you did it.
So you got 49 points as you rolled for your
3 normal.
Your 3 normal.
Right.
It was your second arrow, not your first one, that crit. So, and you confirm the crit. So it's a single arrow, and it came in second. So at this point, what I did was I took your where is it? Your second 4 dice. So 11, 14, 15 points. I'm sorry, I miscounted that wrong, so it's okay. We'll just leave it for right now. But I had originally thought it was 16, but so it's 15 points. You would get triple on that, so that 15 becomes 45. But because 15 of it is already into 49, I only added another 30 on top.
30. Okay, thank you.
Right.
So that's should have been 79.
Yeah, it should have been. I tallied it at 81. I've already taken off. Either way, it was more than enough to kill the guy with yours and Gato's arrows. It was
I just
enough
wanted
to kill
to see how you did it. Thank you.
Yep, I was just kind of splashing the numbers around. But it was more than enough to get them. So these creatures are sort of at the edge, but they are not leaving. Give me, actually, Lothar, give me a perception check or a religion check, whichever you have the most in. Try a religion check. Okay. There's something on that boat that is anathema. I mean, there's something on that boat that is giving you a fright. You feel a sense of coldness come over you when you look at that pilot house. You're not sure what that's about, but it wasn't there before, but now it's come to life. Sort of. You're sensing something very, very bad in there.
No.
Spidey sense you're going crazy.
And keep in mind that this is the abyss. So very, very bad is a relative scale, but that kind of stuff. So what do you guys do? They're not coming off the boat. They're hissing. They know you guys are there, and they're sort of screeching at you from 300 feet away. Do you want to take another? Do you want to do another arrow volley? They do not seem to be willing to engage.
So as a free action, I'm going to let everyone know there is something truly awful on that boat. Not the 4 things we can see.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do touch.
Don't make a deal with it.
Exactly. Don't make a deal with it. And then I'm going to do touch of good. Touch of good on Farina.
Okay. So you're gonna buffer again for a second volley.
Yes.
Okay. Gato, are you getting in on this second volley as well?
I'm preparing for it. I texted you the.
Gotcha. Okay. I got it. All right.
Ready?
Volley number 2. Let fly.
So there's a crit, a miss.
Wait.
Shit, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry.
We'll just
ignore that last thing. A crit, a miss, and then probably a miss.
All 3 of Gato, your arrows hit.
Yeah, I gotta roll again to confirm the first one.
Yeah. All right. So where are your shots? Okay. So the first shot, which is the double shot, right? The 39 is for Farina is 2.
Yeah, I'm
2
sorry.
arrows.
Yeah, that's
arrows.
the double.
So that's a possible crit. Have you confirmed that yet?
No, I did not. I did
Okay.
what I normally do.
All right.
So I did that. That's my second shot. Is the 20? Did that miss?
That missed.
Okay, and then ignore the other which is bullshit. And then the last one, 22 missed.
No, that hit.
Okay, so I've got 1 crit.
Just
and 1
barely.
hit.
That's AC 22. So.
Okay, and then this is my last. So that's 2 standard hits. Right?
That's another potential crit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah, that's another potential crit. The 29.
19.
So you've
Wow,
got
that was really good, Gordon. Okay, so now I have to confirm that one.
So you need to try and confirm at a plus. Try to confirm at a plus 15.
Why would you confirm at plus 15?
Because
okay. So 21. That is the last one is an unconfirmed crit.
So now do that. Okay. The first one.
But you got to do it at plus 20 to confirm that crit.
Okay, so now here I'm confirming the first one. Okay.
That's confirmed. So 2 arrows confirmed crit, then 3 regular hits. So by my calculations, that is
that double one. Only one of them crits.
Oh, in the second arrow. Okay, so
let me do the normal ones first. Can I do that? Is that all right?
So yeah, 16d6 plus.
That would be 4 arrows.
12.
Oh, I see.
Right. Okay. Right. Your double arrow, when you crit with the double arrow, only one of
them does it.
Okay. Okay. So
you get 4
16,
regular.
Yeah. 16d6 plus 12.
12. Got it. 63.
Okay. And now do 4d6 plus 3, and we'll double that. Triple it.
Triple it. Yeah.
Triple it. Nice.
Yeah. Just do 4d6 plus 3.
That's 39, so that's 112.
Yep.
So 102.
Plus Gato's
47 for Gato. I feel so inadequate, but I hit it 3 times.
Well, you hit 3 shots. The problem is that your damage, your non-magical arrows and your non-magical bow, the arrow damage is not affecting it. It's the sonic damage.
It's the sonic.
Yeah, so it's just the sonic. So you do 14.
10, no, because the first one was crit, so it's doubled, so it's 5 more, 19.
And I'm sitting here cutting my toenails.
Nice.
Nice,
baby.
The first arrow was a crit.
Oh, triple, 6, 3.
Oh, 14. Triple, so it'd be 15 plus 9, 24.
Where do you see 15?
Okay, so the first arrow was a crit, right? So that's times 3. It's 5 sonic. 5 times 3 is 15.
No, it's not 5 sonic. The first shot was 2 sonic.
No, read above that. You're looking at the one that confirmed it.
I don't see it either, but I believe you.
Scroll up above Farina.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
That's the one that was 15, the critical
18, threat. And then so 24 total. So 10 more than I had credited you for. So 16, 70, 126 points total.
That makes sense.
Which one? Which one are you?
Is this one all right, Don, or do you have?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
We'll just go down the list.
It falls with how many arrows? 7, 8 arrows, 9 arrows stuck in it. A crazy amount of arrows, just like and just let it. The rest of these guys look over. He falls to the deck. The rest of these guys look over and they run. They take off. So they're going over here and they get behind the pilot house. And you can hear, even from the distance, you can hear them banging on the metal of the pilot house. Bang, bang, bang. And it's like they're trying to notify something inside.
Can we see this guy right here?
Kinda. He's got a load of cover. So I don't know that you would be able to. You might want to take a shot at him, but he's got almost total cover, so you're gonna have 50% miss chances on him. But yeah, he's still there. You can still see him, sort of. But the other two have sort of popped around the pilot house.
So now they're going to call out the big guns, whatever they are. So do we advance?
They're trying.
Well, if the big guns are going to come out and come after us, I'd rather get a volley of arrows into them first.
So do we hold? Knocked and ready?
Yeah, I'd want to hold for a little bit and see if whatever is in there comes out.
See what happens. Yeah.
That's what we do.
Okay. You see this guy eventually pop back away out of sight. And then you see him sort of come out here, and he lifts this door open and opens the door. You hear it clang down as it flips over to the side. So this one is now open.
Can we shoot him when he does
Yeah,
that?
I mean, didn't we have our arrows knocked? Can't we shoot him now?
You can try.
There's no try, there's only do.
So now I'm without the extra perk. So I am at regular.
Let me
20 plus.
Okay. Wait, those are all at +6. Oh, okay. Because you got your bonuses go away.
I
All
got
right.
2, right? Oh, you only see 2 that I rolled? I thought I rolled 3.
I got a 24, which is a hit, a 32, which is a hit, and a natural 20, which is a potential crit.
Okay, let me do the next one first, in keeping with my stupid, albeit normal pattern for me. That's 17, which is a miss. And now
Miss.
I'm going back to my crit to try and confirm it. Come on, baby.
That's a confirmed crit. So 2 hits, 1 crit, and then for Gato. No
this is a different macro. I didn't have my Sonic. Let me roll this. Does the 26 hit?
Yes, but it's
and
damage.
31?
Yes, but its damage reduction is basically taking it all off.
Right. I'm going to roll up the 2 Sonics.
Okay, so 2 hits. For Gato.
6-sided.
So from
that's both of them together. It's 6 total.
Okay. For Farina, I need 8d6 plus 6.
John, can you shut this door?
Yeah.
And then just 4d6.
Then just 46. Yeah, then just a 46 plus 3, but we're gonna triple it.
Right. 2060. So 91.
91, 97 total. So yeah, so arrows go wicking. You guys take the chance and shoot. Arrows go wicking into him, and even with his damage reduction, he gets feathered with arrows and actually falls into the thing, falls over into the now open door, and you can hear sort of this big clang as it hits the bottom. And you guys can hear it where you guys are. It sounds like, a body hitting the bottom of a metal hold.
Okay, knock another arrow and wait.
So you're gonna keep waiting?
Right, that's the goal.
Okay, I fired 9 arrows.
What happened to Matt? Where did he go?
He had to go to sleep.
He had to go to bed. He was
exhausted.
Yeah.
You even see him not off. Okay.
Hold on, I gotta check something. What's the range on that?
What's next?
Well, I'm just checking something real quick.
Okay.
Credits 3 for Conan. Okay. Lothar, give me a perception check. Or religion, whichever is better. Nice.
There's consistency.
You feel a sense of coldness. I mean, bone-chilling cold. It seems like it's approaching. You can't see anything, but you can feel like something is coming.
And do I sense that this is the same evil from that I recognized from the boathouse before?
Feels like it, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. From where I'm at, I don't think we don't have initiative going.
Mm-mm.
So I'm going to cast Magic Circle against evil.
Ow!
Okay. Yeah, Gato is thrown sideways about 30 feet. Weirdly. Wow, that was weird.
So hang on a second. Let me Magic Circle against evil.
Okay, that's how is that 30 feet?
It's a 10-foot radius from me.
Okay, so that's your yellow square? The yellow
Yeah.
audience?
Yes.
Okay.
And it lasts for 10 minutes per level.
Okay.
So it doesn't touch Gato.
I'm not actually hurt.
It doesn't touch you, so we don't know
It was
that,
a
do we?
joke.
It doesn't touch you. We don't know that. So what I have is
You said it once, it's
But
canon.
we're all watching you really closely.
see if he flinches or kind of
Uh-huh.
inches away a little bit. Ooh, that kind of thing.
Ew.
No. So
Gross.
Farina, Otto, Ilindar, Bardos, and I assume even though he's out of it, his rat would be included.
Yep.
What is it?
It's magic protection from
Ditto.
again, magic circle against evil. So it's basically protection from evil for all of us.
In a circle.
The only people not included are Fletcher, Storm, and Flashheart. Well, Flashheart's not here, but so Fletcher and Storm
Gato.
How does that work?
and Gato. It hang on a second. Let me look up the spell for you real
You
quick.
can throw it into the laptop, Jennifer, and it'll do it automatically for you.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
So it's basically protection from evil. You can use it for binding but you can focus it on a creature and bind them.
Right. But in this case, all creatures within the area gain the effects of a protection from evil spell. And evil summoned creatures cannot enter the area.
Right.
Creatures in the area who later enter receive only one attempt to suppress the effects, blah, blah, blah. So you get a where's it at? Come on. I don't see where the pluses are.
Resist on save versus
+2 deflection to AC, +2 resistance to all
There you
saves
go.
versus evil.
Right. So it's +2 to those things. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a wall of text trying to quickly get to it, and
You
I'm
said
not doing very
+2
good.
on saves.
Yeah,
versus
+2 on
spells.
saves versus evil.
Come up, Gordon. Did you find it in your TOS?
What's that?
Did you find it in the TOS?
I found it in TOS, yeah.
Yeah, it's there. It's uncommon use spells protection from
I'm
evil.
on all spells. I thought it would show up there.
It would be there.
It's
too.
in all spells, do protection from evil.
Yeah,
I did. Oh, I did protection.
there it is. So you get a +2 deflection bonus to AC, a +2 resistance bonus on saves. Both of these bonuses apply against attacks made or effects created by an evil creature. Second, you
That's
immediately
what
receive you immediately receive another saving throw, if one was allowed to begin with, against any spells or effects that possess or exercise mind control, including enchantment charm and enchantment compulsion, charm person, command, dominate person, etc. The saving throw is made with a +2 morale bonus using the same DC as the original effect.
Cool.
We don't have any current effects on
We
us.
don't have
We didn't
anything,
get it.
so
We don't need another saving throw or anything.
Right,
Just that
I
first
mean,
part. Right.
if the spell gets cast at you and you fail, you get a second saving throw against it if it's one of those type
Right.
Awesome.
with additional
Okay.
pluses.
Wow, we
So-
got some cool buffs amongst all of us now.
Lothar, you get the feeling that it is here. And and you also get the feeling that it knows you. It knows what you are.
Okay.
And I need then a saving throw from you as this guy from about, hold on, I want to make sure I got this right. Range. What? This guy materializes here, points at Lothar, and a thin, dark beam of energy goes at you and smashes into you. It seems to pierce the protection from evil, because it's not an enchantment spell, but it is bestow curse. So I need a will save. And if you have any magic resistance, that kind of stuff, it tries to curse you.
Well, and I still get the +2 against the magic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
So
so
you get an additional +2 because you're in the storms thing.
so +4 to this. 34.
Woohoo!
All right, that's it was a DC of 35, so
Oh, no way. No way.
no, as you're standing there, you see, he sort of shoots the curse at you, and then this cloud of cursed magic, necromancy magic comes shooting at you, and then all of a sudden there's like these twin shields of light materialize in front of you and just sort of dissipate the magic, and he sort of looks at you. And that sense of coldness comes over it, and the rest of you can feel it. At this point, the rest of you feel this intense cold coming off of this creature, and this is what he looks like. He's got a big glaive in his hand. He's wearing armor, but you can see icicles and stuff coming off of it. And
So as a free action, can I do a knowledge check to see if I know
where's he at? He's not really right here.
Yeah, and now he's dimension dooring back to his boat.
Human. Okay.
We don't get a chance to
We
react.
dimension doored there, did that, and dimension doored back.
No, but he is dimension dooring back. Now he walked out here.
We just didn't see him.
Right.
So with a 20, do I know what he is?
Bardo has see invisibility all the time.
Well, then you saw this guy walk out from the boat.
Didn't tell anybody.
Hey, I wonder what he's doing.
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word. He walked out, doing this. So
If I see him less and I know that he looks like that, I'm gonna cast a spell on him.
All right, I think Bardos, he moves pretty quick, so I'm going to say, Bardos, you would get a chance to see him. If you wanted to cast a spell at him, you could do that, and then he's going to dimension door back. Lothar, with the knowledge check, you're getting anti-paladin vibes off of this guy,
Okay.
but also something else, something you've never encountered before.
Okay.
What spell do you want to do, Bardos?
Hang on, let me give you the link to it.
it's a reverse anti-paladin spell.
An anti-paladin.
And all of a sudden, his red eyes go out and they turn into blue, and he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on? You guys want to come up on my boat? I got some pina coladas we're making. Me and the boat axe have been hanging out.
It's actually a Lothar. Sick that thing.
We're gonna play. We're gonna play some Steely Dan and maybe catch some rays. What do you guys say? Dimensional anchor.
Oh,
Why do you do this to me?
please work.
Please work.
All right, so dimensional anchor. So he does. Let me see. Does he have spell resistance? Yeah, he does have spell resistance. There's no saving throw.
Nope.
Well, this bites a significant amount of ass. I hate this spell. All right, but he does have spell resistance. So do your spell resistance check, which is a D20 plus your spell level, which would be 12. It's not a walk in the park. He's got pretty high spell resistance. And he knows what you're doing, Bardos.
Let's see that 20, baby.
You are not invited to the boat. Ooh, did not make it. Spell resistance is 26.
Okay. Yeah, it did not work then.
All right. He dimension doors away just before the dimensional anchor stops him. I won't be using invisibility again.
I seem to conveniently forget that Bardos has that, so yeah.
I keep forgetting that, so sorry about that. You know, I got to start keeping better notes. Go ahead. So what do you guys? So yeah, so he sort of popped out here, tried to curse Lothar, failed. Bardos tried to dimensional anchor him, failed, and now he's gone. You gotta assume that he's back in that pilot house on the boat or in the hold of the boat. You're not
Yeah.
sure, but
He's
the
gotta be-
hold sounded empty. But Lothar, I mean, this guy, he gives off anti-paladin vibes, but also there's something else in there that you're just not sure. And the sense of cold, I mean, you felt it from 300 feet away. That this thing is and the rest of you felt it from 40 feet away. So he radiates a lot of cold.
He's bad juju for sure.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys
I say
do?
we leave.
You can't see. You guys just want to just fly storm upriver and say
Up the river.
I want to say, screw this. We're not going
Screw this boat. We don't need a boat.
So
A boat. We don't need a
are-
boat. We've got a storm.
at this point, are we going into initiative or are we just acting?
Well, it's just acting right now. I mean, you're
I'm
not
gonna
in
take a
face to
5-foot
face
step.
combat.
I'm
Okay.
going to take a 5-foot step and cast resistance on Fletcher to cold.
Okay. How long's that last?
Hang on. Where'd it go? Resist energy.
Okay.
10 minutes per level.
Oh, okay. Then I don't have to put it on the thing.
Yeah, probably not. Fletcher, sick him.
All right. So resistance to cold gives him protection that's like 15 each hit.
It is a. Hang on, I need to pull up the spell. Sorry.
I'm almost there myself. So
It's
10, 20, and 30, depending on your level.
yeah. It's. I think it's the higher level.
Probably.
It ignores damage per attack from a specified energy type.
energy resistance.
We get electricity.
Yeah, resist energy.
Sonic. He's resisting Sonic.
It's
No,
resisting.
He's resisting cold.
I'm going to lean over to Lothar and suggest maybe we let him get sick again in the mind.
It absorbs the first 10 points of energy damage per attack that the wearer would normally take. Oh wait, what the?
That's only if you're so low level.
Yeah.
As you go up in levels, that DR.
It goes up.
Oh, okay. So how much is it then?
Hang on.
15.
I thought it was 20, but I don't have it in front of me.
At level 11, it becomes 30.
30. Yeah.
So it's 30.
30. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice.
That's
All
what
right.
I thought.
So 30 points. You say Fletcher sick him.
Hmm.
So is anybody else seeing in that the Holy Grail where he's like running across the knight is running across the field for like ever castle,
Like 6 times.
and all the
And then-
guards are just sort of like,
Yeah, and then suddenly he's on him and slashes all of them to death. Yeah, it's our
this
Fletcher.
is Fletcher's boat charge is what this is.
That's
All
our
right, so Fletcher, you cover that. I mean, it doesn't take about 25 seconds for you to cover that
Fletcher's
300
gonna
run.
Storm's
Hey,
gonna
Les,
be-
can I cast a spell too?
Well,
Sure.
Fletcher hasn't agreed to sick him. I've just asked him to do so.
Oh, I don't.
Not a quick
Fletcher
heal.
takes off, Storm's going to be right behind him.
Sorry, Gordon, what were you saying? What spell do you want to cast?
Bull strength. Well, mass bull strength on everybody who wants it,
Okay.
which will probably be everybody except for Lothar.
Yeah, I'll resist.
Unless
if
you
I
get
can.
an item that gives you strength, then those don't stack.
And how long does that last?
I have one, so I'm already good. I've got both
12
strength on already.
minutes
12 minutes? Okay.
plus 4 strength. Yeah. Unless you-
Okay. If you guys can remember that. So resistance to energy, Fletch. And then
Strength of
mass
the bull is good.
Strength of the bull. And that's everybody but Lothar and Farina?
Yeah, Farina's got it already.
Storm it didn't affect Storm.
No. Lothar won't accept it if he has a choice.
Well, I know not to give it to him, so. it's-
Yeah, okay. So yeah, just leave him out of it.
That's right. Dragons don't need strength.
Shut up.
This thundering voice from up above says,
All right. So Fletcher, I mean, it's up to you. Do you sick him?
I would only ask about a quick heal to top me off before I head out, and then I'd be happy.
Give him a harm. Make it a challenge.
Heal
Like a
down
drink to
hard.
go. A
Give him a-
cocktail to go.
Give him a potion of cure light wounds.
Oh, are we still? If we're still not in initiative, I'll burst.
Okay.
35.
35.
Oh yeah.
Does that put you
Wait.
back?
And I'm going to use Fateful Burst.
yeah, so for the next so many rounds, we can reroll them.
So
How
for the
many
next 3 rounds,
Actually, if you just said beforehand, Storm would
Shadows.
Storm would have stubbed her toe.
oh, there
She
you go.
can get her extra.
so she can be affected by it.
It doesn't matter if you get healed or not. It's just a matter if you're in
Oh, I
it.
thought you
From
had
what
to be
I,
healed by it. Oh,
not
okay.
from what I can see, when I channel positive energy, each creature. Oh wait, it does say each creature you heal.
So
has
yeah,
the ability.
you say you're going to do that, Storm will literally bite her paw or something like
Well,
that.
if it so Lothar,
One
if it only
point
if it only lasts for 3 rounds, it's going to take him probably 3 rounds to run to the boat.
I don't know that.
Okay.
So and it also doesn't mean that he won't get attacked prior to getting there. So for the next 3 rounds, he has the ability to roll twice and take the better result on an attack roll, skill check, saving throw of his choice.
Okay.
So that's also good for Otto.
Yeah, and it's everybody included in the circle, which is
Well,
the
I
big
don't-
green circle. So it's everybody.
Yep.
But you had to be healed though. Like Farina wasn't healed; she was full health. So
Well, that's sort of a question, and that's sort of a
I think
even
even if
decision.
I think even if you didn't need any hit points, you would still get the benefit of the fateful burst.
Yeah, I would say that also.
That makes sense.
And
So
how far away did you say we were, Les?
About 300 feet.
And when we run, we can do 4
Well,
times.
you're-
60.
Three times in heavy armor. You're in heavy armor, I think.
I am not. I'm
no, he's a
very-
barbarian, and his movement
that's
is
right.
faster.
Hence my bad armor class, but I am in very light armor.
Okay.
isn't he hasted too?
And he has faster movement than everybody
He's
else.
not hasted.
Not hasted.
Actually, everyone was hasted when I hasted them when we started shooting. And that was going to last for 12 rounds. So
That's what I thought.
Oh, that's been a while ago, though. I think that would be gone by now.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, I mean it hasn't been that many rounds. You guys, I mean you guys.
It hasn't been
shot
12 rounds.
We've been out of initiative for a while. I mean, I think
Yeah, I
No,
mean
it's not hard to
he
Well-
he came out here. You know, it's been like a minute or so.
Oh, okay, all right.
We never used initiative. All of this has been off initiative.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're off initiative, doesn't time kind of go slower?
Feels
No,
like
you know what I'm saying? There's rounds that are nobody does anything, and
Right.
yeah. You burn more time outside of initiative than you would.
you're not
in
rushed.
initiative.
You're not feeling the pressure to move
Yeah.
quickly. Hence, you move more slowly.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been like even when the guys were on the boat and you were doing round by round. It wasn't like 6 seconds increments. It was like more time than that.
Right.
Okay.
So it would be gone by now.
Okay.
All right. So
Lindar, you said Storm's going to come with me?
Yeah, she can't keep up with you. She's slower. She's only got 40. Are you at 40?
When I'm raging, it's 60, so I can go 180.
Okay, yeah. She's at 40 normally. She's at 40, so she can't quite
Can I
keep
just
up with
hop on her
you.
back and let her fly me in?
Yeah, if you jump on, yeah, she'll definitely, and she can do 60 with flight.
Let's do it that way then.
So it'll take 5 rounds to get there, and then she's going
Well,
to
no, 'cause
land.
she's 60, which would be
We've always said they can
180
do double
turn.
2 move actions, so she can do 120 in a round.
You can't use the run action for
You
flight
can't
speed.
run in flight, but you could do
That's
2
still only
flights
3
though, yeah.
rounds to go 360.
Well, no, you're only about 300 feet away. So if she's moving 60, 300 divided by
But she's
60 is
double
5.
moving. You can't even
But you
double move?
can't double move in flight.
I thought that
You
was
have-
just a spell.
How do you take it to 11 in a with wings? I mean,
It's
Because
just
you can
you're using
fly
both your
at a
actions.
walking
to
pace, you can flap your wings faster and move at what would be a running pace.
well, that doesn't sound right.
Well, you give up all other actions, though. She's also not doing anything else. So she does her move action, and then instead of a
I know
standard
the
action,
spell. The
she does
spell
another move
a
action.
certain fly speed, and that's just what the spell does. There's no doing the spell faster.
Right.
But I always assumed,
But flight is a movement, and if you do a double movement,
yeah, that's one of her modes of just normal movement.
A natural flight.
Yeah.
like if you have a swim speed of 20 and you do it twice, you can move 40 feet in a round.
Right, but I mean, hold on. I'm gonna check.
Unless you're Michael Phelps, then you can do it like
You can do it.
times 5.
Well, right, but it's not. So Michael Phelps has a swim speed, but one assumes that. Well, I guess he could crank it up a notch. I don't know. That doesn't.
It's not
I don't
cranking it
know.
up a notch.
Well,
that
it's
he gives
exactly
up
what it
everything else.
is.
No, because he gives up everything else. Instead of swimming and then having a daiquiri, He just swims and then has another swim. So he gets to go twice as far because he didn't have the daiquiri.
So Storm, instead of moving her flight speed and then attacking once, is moving her flight speed and then moving her flight speed.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
She gets
The
to move
daiquiri was
twice.
a good analogy, but for Michael Phelps,
So I like.
for
Yeah.
Michael Phelps, it was probably closer to a joint.
I was gonna say a big old bong, yeah, bong hit. A
He
quick,
didn't swim, do a bong rip, then keep going.
Yes, there we go.
blow the bubbles out while he's swimming.
Storm, you thought you were getting there faster, but halfway through the flight, Storm stops, has a daiquiri.
Or a bong rip, whatever.
All
I
right, you
have
can
to say that Michael Phelps being able to swim that well and being a stoner made him even more impressive in my book.
you can run as a full round action. When you run, you move certain times. If you run for, you must check again. Can't run across difficult command. A run represents a speed.
Come on, Cujo.
Probably not a popular opinion, but I have not seen many things that stoners can't do.
Oh, I have.
They're engineers.
Not to do it.
Like add 6 + 6.
They're engineers. They can make a bong out of an apple. Come on.
Here we go. All right, I'm going. Okay, hold on a second.
Ask them to find their.
Read about movement. I read that you can't use a run action while flying with a fly spell. Player wants to know is playing a Siliph. Hold on a second. Refer to the actions in combat. You can run as a full round action when you run. A run action does not restrict itself to land speeds only. Any creature may run with any movement type unless otherwise prohibited.
So they can run with a fly.
They can run with a fly. Well,
If
that's a bitch, isn't it?
If it's a natural fly.
If it's a natural fly, not a magical.
Oh, wait. There's a specific way. There's a conflicting thing here. Well, this is fly. No. Modifiers, action.
It's a science of if then in this world. But if then, but if then, but if then, but.
And anyone who doubts that stoners can move quickly, you've never seen the cops roll up.
Again, they choose not to. The couch is just very comfortable. It's not that they
But when necessary, they have the ability to hit high speed.
So according to this guy, all fly speeds are assumed to be the maximum speed. So hold on.
Yeah, well, he's wrong.
So that one guy sucks.
So basically, that means humans can outrun most birds.
Which is definitely not true.
Yes.
Not even close to being true.
If we run.
Try to outrun a hawk. Just pecks you on the head.
But the rule he links doesn't say that.
Well, stop listening to that one guy.
Yeah,
So-
it's not that they're going
Come on.
faster. It's just that they're giving up all other actions to do 2 moves.
I like his rule better. If that was a run, that's 3 moves.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. It wasn't running we were even asking about. We were just a double move.
Yeah, so this guy's a dipshit. He says something and then cites it, links to a rule that doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that.
That happens all the time. Most people don't click on the sites. They just believe you.
And if anyone would like to YouTube a video of a peregrine falcon diving,
Oof. I've got a falcon
Okay.
that lives.
All right. So yeah, I guess he can well, since it's not specifically precluded, I think the other is true. It's not that he's using both actions to move. I think it's that he can run. He can flap faster.
So that's 180 each round then.
I really got to kill Illinois.
Oh,
Really got to kill Illindar and get this creature out of here. So yeah, so 180 per round.
Yeah, because she's
All right.
We were
normal fly speed.
300 away.
So yeah, 300 away. That would get you there in time to land at the end of round 2.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to put you on there, and then yeah, we got to roll for initiative. So let's here's.
Well,
I'm just
we
going to pop.
might be quitting
You want to
here very
roll when we
quickly.
get back, Les? Since it's 11 o'clock, you want to start with
it's
a
11
roll for
o'clock, yeah.
initiative?
Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Okay. I didn't realize. I was just ready to rock into a battle here. All right. So yeah. So we'll start with initiative at that point. What we'll probably do is have everybody roll initiative,
Right.
and then we'll commence combat.
That was fun. I miss playing A-Team.
Yay.
So
Yeah, I like
exciting.
A-Team. And frankly, the power curve on these characters is insane. I have to keep throwing harder and harder stuff. So to give credit for the AP, they really ramped up the
Bad guys.
the
Challenge
bad
rating?
guys. Yeah, so they're no joke. And the problem is that you also have a bunch of little guys that you just cut through like they're butter. I'm gonna have to buy some special insurance on Fletcher. I'm gonna start handing out wands of magic missiles at some point.
You're pretty clever, Les. I don't think we're gonna stump you too long.
I'm just glad the bomb that was Fletcher has been diffused.
Yeah, you almost
me
killed all of
too.
us with it.
Yeah, no, you guys, and so I have to credit. So just before we go, I have to credit Lothar. Lothar actually did a lot of research off sort of out of game. He and I talked on at least 2 occasions about how this works, and several emails because Lothar was like, "I got to fix him. I don't know what's wrong with him, but something's wrong." and so he sussed it out. He did a great job. So kudos to Lothar.
I think that's extra bonus points for Bardos and Lothar.
I think, yeah, big time bonus experience points.
I think they will be getting bonus points for that. Yep, absolutely.
Yes, well, I try to keep track of my flock. One of them is the black sheep, and I'll have to keep dealing with that. But
Illendar's not that bad.
I'm glad Fletcher's back to being a good sheep. I was starting to worry you guys thought I went Gato, like I was doing. I had chosen an evil ability for my character. Like, no, I didn't.
He's
No,
gone. He's gone,
know-
Gato.
we know which ones. We know which ones have chosen by the tattoos on their face.
Yeah.
The blood dripping from your ears made it something that we felt might be out of your control.
Oh, next level, it was going to drip from my pores. I was going to sweat blood.
It was literally going to sweat out of him. Yeah, so it's crazy, this disease. So
By the way, it was contagious too. That was the more fun part.
yeah, so it's contagious. So you guys could have got it. So yeah, severe. So he had it in moderate. So blood begins to ooze through the affected creature's pores, coating in skin in a red sheen. An alchemical bonus on attack rolls and damage increases. Penalty to armor class. Whenever the affected creature takes damage, it must succeed at a will save at the disease's DC or fly into a berserk rage in which it is compelled to attack the nearest creature each round for 1 minute, regardless of a friend or foe. I was looking forward to the first time that happened.
And I guess on the positive side, none of us would have survived that for more than 1 round, so it would have been quick.
Yeah, it would have been fast.
It would have
And
been
then-
over quick.
Yeah, and then he would have been wandering
Storm.
he would have wandered the streets of Elutionera until he finally just exploded like that guy at the end of Blade. So
You guys all have a good night.
all right, thanks guys. This was awesome. Appreciate it, and I will see you. What's next week is Traveler. On
Did you guys
Sunday.
Traveler.
play
Yep.
Did you start that game you were starting, that Friday night game?
We did so, and we
Was it fun?
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And we even managed to get video, so I'm going to post the video tonight, so you'll be able to check it out. But yeah, we rigged up, I think, 2 cameras and 1 PowerPoint presentation.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a PowerPoint because I'm a
You
mega
guys
nerd.
taking
But,
this to Gen Con or something?
well, no, there was a lot of first session stuff that had to happen. So
Yeah.
you'll
A lot
see
of
it.
exposition.
A lot of exposition. So had to get him in the zone. But yeah, no, I thought it went very well, and everybody seemed to have a good time. So all good there.
Hey,
Cool.
hang on for a second.
All right,
Night all.
All right, see you guys in 2 weeks.
all right, see ya.
Bye.
Peace.
Hi,
All right, hold on a second.
Mike. You said less. Hold on.
You can hang on too. I don't care.